Welcome back, guys, to session 3 of our Heart of Mora campaign.
Just fight some bullywugs or lizard,
whatever they are.
Sea creatures. They're different from us.
Maybe we're
all different.
We have an in-depth conversation.
Who's just gonna
Not
turn
one of
around
us
and
is
be like,
human.
say something in lizard folk, and they're just gonna leave.
Oh yeah.
Like throw a stake to appease them into the ocean, and they'll just run away.
So, to bring us back up to speed from last game, you guys had set sail again from the coast of the nation of Avondale, across the sea, and docking and anchoring, into a little place called Cask Cove near the Lonesome Island, where you guys were able to go ashore and do a little bit of shopping and mingling with some of the locals, and interacting, finding that some of them were a little more inquisitive to your position than you expected. Kushagra wanted to seek out an individual he'd heard from Skippy, at least, or possibly more than one person, I don't know, but definitely Skippy, that might exist on the island, a lady known as Lady Red. After talking with another tabaxi that he met, learned that she was down the beach about 10 miles. After you guys were done a little bit of wrestling with the locals, unsuccessfully of course, but downing in a giant keg of beer, and joining up for the first time, I suppose, as an actual group, you guys made your way down the beach to meet this Lady Red. Upon there was an individual waiting outside there who introduced herself as Davina, who was also there for a reading. Upon entering, she was instructed to bring you all inside for a group reading. The Lady Red inquired some personal questions and some random questions. Each one of you went around the room before consulting her crystal ball and unveiling a number of, perhaps, things. I don't know what to call them.
Unsettling.
Readings, I guess.
Characteristics.
Prophecies.
Yeah. Prophecies. Traits. Either way,
Lies.
strange things. Of which you guys took note. Some panic within her towards the end of the reading. Powering through, though, she finished it off and then quickly bid you to leave. Before you guys inquired a bit further, and she asked if Kushagra would be so kind as to find something that had recently become stolen from her, and she likely suspected that it was possibly a tabaxi that had visited her the day before. With that news, you quickly left the tent to find that it was no longer daylight as you'd entered in the early afternoon. It was now in the middle of the night. Realizing that your ship was potentially going to leave in the morning, and the walk down the beach was at least 4 hours, you decided to pick up a fast pace and start making your way down the beach. Upon an hour or so into this travel, you hear some splashing and chittering of creatures milling about the darkness in the waters and in the trees. With that knowledge, you continue to press on a bit faster when suddenly Barrett became under attack and was encased in a net. And this is where we will begin our game today with... I need everyone to roll me initiative here.
Let's kill something. I mean, negotiate with our fists.
Negotiate so hard.
Yeah. All right.
14.
Yeah.
Just give me one.
+5 to initiative.
18.
Oh,
Where's my
yeah.
9?
17.
Ah, here we go. No, that's not right, it is.
Yeah. Checking.
Oh, here it is.
0?
No.
So anyone over 20? I should probably
Over 20?
Yeah. 21.
10. Wow.
Nice.
That's our boy.
Best.
21. 15 to 12, or 20 to 15, excuse me.
18.
19.
19 is
Fight around the house.
Ready.
18 Davina.
What'd you
10 to 15.
Yes. 14.
14
You do?
14.
Every time.
14 mission.
14. 27. Hey.
10 or less. 5. 5?
9.
9.
I rolled a 2.
Whoa.
Oh, you're netted. You netted it up.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. The dice now.
Yeah.
Dice just-
They're not.
How would they do
It goes
Oh my god.
it goes with my MO of rolling really bad against stuff that's not me talking.
All right.
Yeah.
So, as
Oh,
Kashaga,
no,
you hear this splash out of the water and kind of. You hear Barrett scream and look back, and he is covered in a net. What do you want
It's
to
a
do?
very girlish scream.
Shrieks into the night sky as he burns.
We don't have time for this. Turn around.
Leave me, but take you with you.
Let's see. I don't really know. Those aren't gridded. So what's the
Yes.
conversion from inches
Yeah.
to?
Yeah, it's actually on the tape measures now.
Wow.
Right here.
Oh,
Smart.
6 is 30, and then 1 is 5 feet, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's weird how much more difficult it is for the brain for the first while. You guys will get better at it though.
I'm gonna move my full movement. Dash.
Dash away, dash away.
No, it takes an action to free somebody from the net.
Yeah. And you don't have cutting action.
Yeah. Can I see what through the net?
You can
I
definitely see
him
this
entangled
one
in the net.
here, yeah.
All right. Well, what's the range on throwing daggers? I've never
I
done this
believe
before.
20 feet.
20 feet.
20 feet's your like minimum, and then 60 would be your higher.
It's such a short distance. Okay.
For daggers, it's 30.
30.
We're all the same different numbers.
I'm just gonna
Pretty sure
pretty
the numbers
anyways.
70, so.
Yeah,
120 feet or
Dylan
so.
sounded the most confident.
Yeah, it's 20 to 60.
26 on. So not 30.
So
Well, 30 is
disadvantage
in 20 to
20
60.
to
I mean,
60 feet.
Yeah,
Dead
25
on.
feet
All morning.
disadvantage.
I'm gonna ricochet off the moon and then
Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough. I didn't know that.
yeah, she's small.
Daggers, you're throwing it.
Shit dagger.
Throwing it
Dagger
accurately.
30, 60 feet.
It's pretty good. It's really far.
So far.
Okay, you know, I'm going hero mode. I'm using my feline agility.
Okay.
Double my movement
All right.
to get up close to him.
So you'd pounce first and then begin to run across.
Blinding
Right
Seed,
over
and
to
I'm
the
just going to
square.
immediately start to cut away at the net.
Okay, roll me an attack roll.
you're always my
Dagger.
favorite.
Yeah, just pull out my dagger and start cutting away at this net. It's going to be +9.
+9 attacks.
Any better than that.
Jesus.
Oh,
Well,
no, it's not 9, it's +7.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but 9.
7 + 7 is 14, sorry.
It's exceptional.
5 plus 2.
So you stab your way through with the dagger, trying to like stab. Unfortunately, it does not. It's not affected by piercing damage.
Okay. There was no creature slashing with the dagger. Slash the
They
knife.
don't do slashing damage. It's a weird technicality.
Okay, well, I have no way of cutting it. Oh, fuck, my claws do
Yeah,
slashing.
you're trying to like stab.
Oh, the claws.
Okay, well,
Until next time. That's all you got.
You didn't buy that claw attachment, did you, or did you?
Oh, no.
I have a claws.
Okay, but there was a claw attachment.
Yeah, he was trying to upgrade his claws.
Right.
It's like, come on, Kenny, look at these claws.
Alright,
That's all
I'll
you got?
just... Yeah. I'll
So as
shout at the
Kushaga like
lizards to
runs up,
leave him alone.
you see him pounce through the night in like the moonlight. It's actually quite well lit up because it's a very clear night with a pretty bright moon, and just starts stabbing towards this net. You kind of like stabbing for particular knots, trying to rip it and scratch at it, but yeah, I know, trust me. But it's not a slashing weapon. It's not a slashing weapon. Usk, you're up.
100
You need to sharpen your edges. Making muffins.
I'm just gonna move my max distance.
Biscuit.
Oh, yeah.
Biscuit.
Drop the barrel down and
Yeah.
Literally,
Turn
just like have to
roll out.
roll out.
flip side.
Oh, you can throw the barrel at them.
And then she'll That's first. Yeah.
Tim Dale.
Would have been a whole thing.
I'm
Just gonna hold position.
Just hold. Do you want to ready in action or anything like that? Then?
Yeah, I'll ready in action.
Okay, what would you like to try and ready?
Ready my great axe.
Great X. If anything comes in, drop it. All right. Davina, you're up.
Alright. You ready?
Happy to be there. You were always my favorite.
Usk just starts running for you. He kind of sets up right beside you with his axe ready.
So, can I see a measurement? I just need to make sure that I am
Coming out the
Oh,
walls.
you got another one over there?
60 from this guy here.
Oh, you got lots of range.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna hold it
Don't
down.
hold it.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a wisdom
So
saving
I'm gonna
throw.
point. Yep.
That is
Give me old finger guns.
13.
That's what I'm doing. I got gloves.
How do I figure that out?
It's your spell DC.
That fails.
Okay, roll me some damage.
Woo! So
He's not hurt though, so it's just a D8.
D8 is the
This one?
Diamond.
The diamond.
You got it. I was like,
square-based
I need
pyramid.
That would be a 6.
Yes. Because it doesn't get a bonus.
Yeah.
So how is this like thunder kind of? Does it sound like anything particular?
So
As
yeah,
Davina just turns.
it's gonna be like this, like really like daunting like bell that just like, ding.
Kind of mutter some incantations and swirl your hands around before this like this creature kind of like you see a little bit of blood like coming out of the sides of its mouth afterwards. Okay, that's all you got.
Yeah.
Lucian, you're up.
All right.
Lucian will move his 4 feet away from the general vicinity of the baddies. And will
retreat.
will fire up a firebolt and hurl it at this unlucky foe right there.
As it's like holding its kind of this fish-like head, eyes on kind of the sides of its head, kind of swirling
This is a
around.
13.
13 hits.
Marvelous.
Fire lights up in the darkness and shoots towards it.
Tell me, Lucy, your own's my favorite.
That is 6 points of fire damage.
Kind of
I'm your favorite.
see it smash against its like shiny, slippery, wet skin, leaving this like burnt, scorched mark. You see bits of like bone and stuff fly off the side of it as one whole side of it is just completely
You'll
scorched.
see a
Gone.
sneer play across the captain's face.
A smile.
Cheeky.
A cheeky bugger.
Okay.
First one.
Now it's that guy is not super happy about getting hurt really badly. Fuck. See this one, who you guys just like blasted and then bell rung, just kind of dives back into the water and then begins to swim across over here. This one moves up. This one here. Both of them are just going to throw spears towards you there.
Are they like in the water, or are they
They're
like
in
on
the water, yeah.
So can we see them?
Some of you guys can, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're
So they're not under. They're not under.
this water is kind of like waist height.
Okay.
It gets deeper as it goes off the mat. Basically, this is kind of like the shallows where there's a bit of beach, but if you don't have a swim speed, you'll be in basically difficult terrain in there essentially. That's a nat 1 for one of them. The other one is an 11 as 2 spears just hurl towards you
Which one?
into Barrett's.
Oh no.
Does 11 hit?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. They both just stick into the sand. That one and the other one. Yeah.
Or they both hit?
No, they both totally missed. Yeah, they tried.
Stay still.
The other one is
I'll get through this.
like piecing out right now. But as those ones both throw their spears, Lucian from behind you hear this kind of rustling from the trees as 2 more appear behind you.
So brave done.
Fucking spear back. Specifically, non-dangerous part is
And
full
come out of
danger.
the forest.
There.
That's all they are gonna do. Tyndall, you're up.
Timmy! Timmy didn't.
Me too. Sorry.
2 more fish people just came out of the woods.
Help me!
Excuse. So I can see one.
Oh yeah.
Hello, little one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I am gonna move 10 feet closer to it.
Okay.
Don't hold it.
So 2 inches.
Yeah, this one's the worst.
Don't hold
I
the
got you.
button.
This one's kind of nice because it just locks.
Yeah.
So you just move up a little bit.
This one does
Yeah.
not. You just don't.
Kind of jump out of the barrel
Just leave it.
and into the sand and just kind of scurry up a little bit.
Yeah, he just came over.
Okay.
And I'm
Just wait
going
until she puts,
to
a
cast
walking apparatus on the barrel.
Lightning Lure.
Okay.
Yes. Pretty much.
So you have to succeed in a strength saving throw.
That is a 21.
Well then.
Well,
But as you do this, what does this look like, actually?
I just want it to come out of my hands, basically. So it's a flash of lightning, and it just strikes him, basically, and it would push him towards me.
Okay, it's like
But
arcs across,
finger,
and you
I'm gonna do
see
finger guns at him.
finger gun?
Yeah.
you see it go, and it kind of just a little bit wet still. It just kind of takes away the moisture off of it, and it's like almost surprised that it's not hurt from this.
I'm just gonna wave at him.
You see it readying a net in one of its hands, the other one kind of also readying a net.
Where is the other one? I can only see the one.
This one.
Oh, I see there. No, I see him.
Is that all you'd like to do?
Call out the net. It's the readying the net.
It might be
You
chicken.
can
Eh?
call the others.
Oh, wait, sorry. Is carrying a net?
Both of them are.
Yeah. Like you said, they're getting their nets ready.
Mm-mm.
I immediately reach right back to them.
Have a plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I
Burn the
like
forest.
yell to? Yeah, I'm gonna yell to Lucian and. Net! Behind you! What?
No, my name is Net.
Net!
Davina.
Lucian!
Lucian.
Who's a net?
I'll introduce you later. He's behind you.
Is that all you got? Okay. Next is Barrett.
Struggle.
I'm gonna splash. How far away is the one that Timdale just attacked?
From you, it is about 40 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Distant Whispers on that one.
Okay.
That's a Wisdom saving throw.
That is a 10.
Nope, fail. 66 of damage. So I see the whip cast out, and since I seen, my eyes kind of went towards it, so I could see the one standing there.
This one?
No, the one that Tim attacked. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have saw the lightning flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just kind of, I think you're afraid, and just let my whisper kind of.
I'm in front of him.
Like
2.5 feet tall. I think you're afraid.
I think you're afraid.
That is
That's exactly.
11, 15 points of psychic damage.
As this fish creature kind of like. Its head just pops, and it's like fish body kind of flopping on the ground.
Tim goes like this.
He did not survive that.
I did it. Okay. First
You're
kill.
all welcome.
First kill. It's exciting.
First kill from somebody who's.
Tim
From the bard.
Yeah, from the
captain.
captured bard.
I'm on.
It's an action to get. It's an action to get out of the net, right?
It would be an action. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
You hanging out for him.
I'm just gonna use my. What's do I have any reaction?
Tim 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast.
Was that a action?
That was an action to cast. I'm gonna use my bonus action to give Usk Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration is an action to cast, though. It's.
But it says a bonus action.
Oh, it's a bonus action. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Then yeah, do it up.
Yeah. Which is why it's so great.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
It's,
great.
been, it's
Have a
not
beast.
been that long, but it's been long enough.
Ooh, the sparkly.
And that's me.
Inspiration.
Okay, nice. As you begin to pluck a couple of panicky chords.
Yeah.
Usk, you're so strong.
He's a man.
He's a
That's
tiny
all you got?
ghost.
Why don't you come over here and smash these fish people?
In C minor.
Kushagra, hurry up and get this net off of me. You're always my favorite.
Stop stabbing me.
You're up.
Don't stab me.
Can I just I'll do the strength check to
Strength check,
Can I
yeah.
do
Actually, one of your creature, yeah. Roll me a strength check.
slash. Plus 0. Plus 19.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you stab away at it a couple times and find a couple of weakened holes before you just tear it open.
You know what this net needs? More holes.
More holes.
So
You know this card needs more
my
holes.
actions. So he's free. I'm gonna run
Yeah,
away.
it's not restrained anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Yay!
I'm gonna run away. Run. Not ready to stay here. Nope. Go to basically just in front of the barrel.
Touch my barrel.
But we know that these ones are here, right? Because we saw spears come out.
You did see some
Yeah.
spears fly. out.
They're also waist deep.
Right. Well, I can't see them because
Yeah.
they're behind rocks. But
Because you're also 2 feet tall.
It's probably over your
This
head.
mountain
trying
in
to
front of
attack
me.
you know what this lizard needs? More holes.
I have exactly enough, thank you. Exactly enough holes for me.
That's what you
I
got.
guess we just gotta make
Yeah,
the ones
that's
we
all-
have
that's all
bigger.
me.
Usk, you're up.
No.
Smash. Usk is jumping or making his way into the water.
You have swim speed, right?
Yeah.
Splash, splash.
So you're not affected by it. As you, this thing is hiding behind the rock. Didn't see you initially.
Making a big swing.
Would you like to rage?
Yes, I'd like to rage.
First?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
happy
I would
reminder.
love to rage.
There are little rage things as well. If you want to throw one on
Which
Usk for me,
few
you guys.
things would make me happier than raging.
So as Usk goes into a blood-curdling scream, like the tongue kind of curls as you do. Splash down into this, readying your great axe. Roll me an attack.
17.
17 definitely hits. You sink down into this creature like
7 plus 2, 9 damage.
9 damage.
Raging. Yep.
Jesus.
It's in your mouth.
You like stab into this fish, digging down way into it, and then pull it up. It's like kind of still alive, but very heavily cleaved. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Davina, you're up.
I am going to cast Guiding Bolt
Okay.
to the one.
This one?
Yeah,
All right.
Okay, okay.
I believe it's an attack roll. For
It is.
that.
yes, it is. So,
You D20? Yeah.
you
got it. Plus 6.
22.
So 22 hits. Is this what is this like a dark light or a white light or a red light?
Ghastly good.
So it's
Ghastly
like a dark.
green.
It's like a dark light from some like a grave.
Okay. It comes out as like this dark purplish blue
Cool.
stream of light.
Sparkling with energy.
Big
Ah, lovely.
Edge. Future wife
Let's eat
over
it
there.
for him.
Now,
Yeah.
Roll me some damage.
Plot twist. And then Shyamalan.
Star Wars.
Whoa.
Star Wars. Ah.
13.
Damn moment.
Damn.
It just pierces it. Oh well, it doesn't pierce into it. Just, you see its skin kind of like beginning to steam and rot off of it almost.
Is it dead?
Well then. Well then.
He's very badly
It
hurt.
must have-
So, part of its bone is showing on the face now. Like its skin is just kind of peeling away from the. Like, tries to shelter and kind of hide behind a
I've
tree
had
for a
cool
second.
breeze might knock it over.
It's horrified.
Just,
Are you gonna clean that one too?
that's all you got?
Yeah.
Okay. Lucian, you're up.
Unless
So,
Lucian fixes it, because it's literally.
am I able to see this kind gentleman right here?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Cool.
Kind
Tim obviously killed the one that was right in front of her.
I'm going to notice that everything's kind of going around me right now, and I will channel in my force and start reading through my book. And then 3 darts are going to start appearing around my head and go one to each of these 3.
That guy, and that guy?
Yeah.
The 3 that are injured?
Correct.
All right.
Are we like to rolling individual
That
d4s?
is your spell. It's up to
Okay,
you.
I would like to do individual d4s.
All right. So for this one first, maybe?
Yeah, let's do that guy first.
Okay.
Yeah. So that guy receives 2 points of damage. Sad first one. Next one
Hole just breaks
receives
through it.
3 here.
3.
We're gonna switch it up just to see what happens. And then 4 to that gentleman.
That gentleman. It's a nobleman.
Gentleman in the water there.
As like two of the bulbs,
Survive us all.
and they all go out kind of at the same time, split out. You see a hole just punctured right through this one here as it's kind of trying to hide away from this rotting gaze that's kind of killing it. This one here, who's trying to swim away, just snipes it, and the head just gone as the fish body just kind of sinks into the water and then begins to float. The other one's still alive, though.
Ooh. Okay.
Fish noises.
And then just two.
That's a lot of damage.
Yikes!
He died.
Is that all you got?
Yeah.
He died. Yeah. Good.
Oh, holy smokies! You guys are murdering these creatures. Alright, the Koto are going to surge into this giant crocodile man and try to attack it together as both of them just. The one who already. Actually, they both already threw their spears, so they're just going to make some. Try and bite you. Just going to try and fish bite you right now. That is a 22 to hit and then a 7.
22 definitely hits. 7 not so much. Bit my tail.
That is for 4 points of damage piercing, so halved is 2. Because you're a rage monster. And that's all those guys are going to do at the moment. They're just going to try and eat you slowly.
Get off me.
No, nobody comes. Tim Dell, you're up.
God, don't mind it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
For once.
She saunters over, actually. Yeah, totally.
Come on, me. No way to blast him.
Can I?
Blast him.
He'll probably get partial cover, but you
This
can
guy?
see him. Yeah.
I'm just too far from the other one to be able to do anything, so. Yeah. From here, I'll do lightning blur again
Okay.
for strength saving throw.
That is a 17. Excuse
Yep.
me, sorry.
You pass.
Oh, it's an 18 actually.
So at this point,
Wow.
I'm just doing finger guns, and Oos thinks I'm just doing them at him.
You
got
you
this,
see
man.
little bits of like lightning
Yeah.
shooting out, but they're just kind of sparking him, and as he's biting at Usk, you see him like just taking little tiny shocks, but nothing that's causing
I don't
severe
even see it.
damage.
That's my blind side.
What's going on?
That's all you got? That's so good. Barrett, you're up.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I'm
Okay.
gonna vicious mockery the one that's directly behind Oops.
Okay.
If you were any more inbred, you would be a sandwich.
Nice.
And that's
his baby.
That is a what save is it again for that? Wisdom. That is a 19.
Passes.
He doesn't seem to hear you as it's like flailing away on mouth, trying to gape away around this gator. Like it took a small chunk. Its fish teeth are basically punctured into, and it's kind of holding on as you're swinging around. It's
It feels like when you staple your finger.
yeah, pretty much. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Okay, staying where you are. Kushagra.
Don't have time for this. Yeah. Get back in it now that these guys are dispatched.
Rather quickly.
Yeah. She said net, and I gotta say.
Gonna bound over to Barrett's side here,
Okay.
leaping gracefully around,
Kind of slide in the sand a little bit.
Yes, exactly. 3-point hero. And I'm gonna
Nice.
pull out a dagger from the little holster hidden under my robes. Just flick it up in the air, catch it, toss it at this guy behind us.
Love it.
Yeah, bitch.
Throw me attack.
That's the second gambit reference.
Kind of like
towards
twinkles in the
Saga.
moonlight as it tosses up
There'll be
before it fires
Yeah,
out.
very gambity. Yeah,
very gambit.
Usually-
Oh, that's a 2.
2
It's better than a one.
plus.
Splashes in the water.
There.
Yeah, I guess plus 7, 9.
9 misses. Yeah, it does indeed. Just
Not big enough.
you're trying not to hit Usk at the same time, and this thing is kind of flailing around the back of it as it's trying desperately to hold on with its teeth and like bring it down, essentially. That's all you got, though?
Yeah, and one less dagger.
Usk, you're up.
Gonna fish for it a
Just
minute.
hear it kind of.
I'm gonna take another swing at that.
It looked awesome.
That one I was swinging at earlier.
Okay.
We're taking another swing at
As you
the
just
one
take,
I'm swinging at.
you swing back the axe again.
So
Take
9
one.
to hit.
9 does not hit. Is it kind of from last time? It just moves slightly to the side as you come down into the water. Bringing it back up, you notice that you missed afterwards.
Following up.
Oh, you can use your bardic inspiration I gave you.
Oh, that was
Let's do that, baby.
yeah.
Forgot
Good
about
call.
that. Oh, that's yours.
I know you would add
You add the d6
the
and the
d6
And
of
then
the
add that
9.
to your 9.
So, barring a good roll,
3.
so 12. 12 just misses.
Nah.
13.
Sorry.
13, AC.
Big number.
Even still.
I'm gonna do a follow-up, Hungry Jaw, which allows me to do a bite attack
All right.
on the same fellow. 10.
10 misses as well. So you snap towards it with your huge jaws, yeah, and it just kind of squeaks out of your jaws, unfortunately. It's maybe used to being fought by crocodile, perhaps, maybe. More so than most things. Davina, you're up.
Last.
Can I see a measure? So. So I'm.
It might be worth making some little sticks for you guys, but I don't know.
Or like spell area effects.
Oh, I have those.
You have those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you betcha.
Oh, is it? Yeah. You're good. You're within.
They're just cheap
30
construction
feet?
paper.
Yeah, you're fine.
For both?
If you wanted to. Maybe not both. Definitely this one. It's you're 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Inches, yeah.
yeah, you just got that guy. Oh, but yeah, you can do both. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to cast Bane on both of them.
On both of them? Okay. That is a wisdom save.
That is Charisma.
Charisma, yeah. So the one is going to get a -1, 17, and the other one is like a 4.
Okay, 17.
So the injured one fails.
Yeah, so 17 passes.
All right, so he is baned. There are bane markers actually. So the one that has the 2 by him, he is baned. So that's minus D4.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
When they roll.
anti-guidance, right?
Anti-bless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anti-bless. Yeah.
Which one is? Sorry.
The one who's the 2 guy. Yeah,
I heard she said it. I didn't
Refresh.
understand
Two.
what he said. Now I do though.
I got you. Silly. That's all you got there, Davina?
Silly-ish.
As you kind of summon down this dark semantic and bark out some orders, he is like freaking out. That's all you got?
Yeah.
Lucian, you're up.
I'm gonna go right down to the old water here. And if I can't, I'm like kind of like 5 feet away from him, would I be able to touch? Oh, you know what? It's not happening. I'm just not meant to be there. Okay. I'm gonna be right there.
Oh, running
Just
on the
for
edge of the
fun.
water, please.
I know. I'm trying not to.
Strictly because the terrain wouldn't let me do it. But would I be
You
within,
can
like-
slide down a little bit if
I
you
can slide
like.
down a bit?
Like,
Okay. I was hoping to do
Like,
a
here?
shocking grasp up on him
that's. Oh, you want to get right up close?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you can make it.
without going in the water myself.
I think you can reach. You're within 5 feet.
I
Sure.
don't touch water.
Are you spooked by the way?
Water.
Am I spooked by the water? That's for you to find out. And also
Reach out towards this
lightning
like,
damage.
slimy fish creature.
in water. So.
As it's like flailing on Usk's back still, you're just like, ugh, and try and shock and grasp it.
That is a 20, dirty 20.
Yes, that hits.
Crit. 1d8 shocking.
Yes.
And 1 shot point of lightning damage.
Just, again, feels a little
Just
spark
rub my
on
feet on the sand.
You just like can't quite grab it, and like as the spell, as you fire up the spell, just like the last tip of the actual grasp gets towards you, like,
Yeah.
before you
Pull out a
actually
balloon.
connect to him. He kind of like
Maybe his little fin goes. As a reflex. Yeah. Like a
it's
cockatoo.
Kuatoa.
You make a kick.
Do it again. Shit. I regret everything.
What you doing?
It's like how your hands on.
What you doing?
You guys hear from as well. A couple more come out, and
I don't feel safe.
what's the range? I think they're going to be at disadvantage.
I don't feel safe.
Jimmy!
I feel like I'm
As
stuck
2
in
more of them, and you hear the kind of like of 2 spears flying towards you, Tyndale.
Fingers
One
crossed.
If I
is
can dodge him in
a
the neck.
18 and a 12 to hit.
Ooh, 18 hits, 12 does not.
It's 12 does not. That
So
is
while she's
going to
dodging
be-
one,
why did I
she comes
change
back
the
up.
eight?
Bam.
Oh, it's a D8 actually.
What? A javelin.
For 7 points of piercing damage is one of the.
Actually,
Oh no, it's a.
sharper.
Dropped my ass.
Oh, thrown. It should have been a D6 actually. So in that case, it would have been 5 points of piercing damage. My bad.
Good.
Oh, so she's only at half
Help.
Oh yeah, if he's using melee.
Yo,
attack.
good thing I got
Oh,
We're good.
as his spear just goes right into your gut, like ah! It's not like a terribly great spear. It's got a really thin shaft on. It's closer to like halfway between an arrow and like an actual spear, but it jabs right into you as you hear it kind of. And the other two are going to continue to try and chew on Usk if they can bring down this creature. One of them gets a nat 20. The other one is a 14 to hit.
A what?
A 14.
Does not.
Okay. Ooh, wow. But the nat 20 will hit. It's going to be 4
You're gonna have half damage though. You're okay.
plus. Shouldn't have put that in before. Oh, I
to
didn't.
heal myself on this.
4 plus 3, so 7 points of piercing damage. As it finally gets
But
like
that's
a decent crunch. So yeah, it would be rounded down to
I'll
3.
take care of myself.
You kind of feel it crunch into you a little bit, and you're like, aha!
You're good? You're good?
He's not great.
That is the Kuatoa. Timdo, you're up.
Not a third health.
A third?
A third of 1/3 of his.
Can you heal other people?
Nope, just myself.
Okay, if you can heal
Which
yourself.
I am going to do. Is it still inside of me?
I would say, unless you're. I just thought of aliens
Yeah.
so much.
Can I, I'm gonna.
Without using an action, you could pull it out.
I'm gonna cast False Life. So I want to, take it out and, put my hand on myself. And, yeah, exactly.
Cleanse this wound a little bit as you kind of
Yeah.
pop it out of yourself.
You just see me, rubbing my stomach on the side of the beach.
There's like these little kind of sparks, like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, trying to,
you
stitch me
pull
back
it away,
together
and
almost.
you see the
Yeah.
wound is like actually fully closed over, pretty much.
Oh,
Well, depending on
I got
this roll.
well 6 temporary health points.
Definitely not going to be gushing blood.
So
very much
wait,
a Band-Aid.
so when it comes to temp health though, can I ever go over my max?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
it doesn't get added.
No, I know. I
yeah.
wanted to make sure that it's still. I can
It's
still
a-
go 11.
You can
total.
go. Oh yeah, you can
Yeah.
go heavy.
Yes, I'm just on the side of the beach rubbing my stomach.
That's all you got.
Yeah.
Okay, Barrett. You're
Okay, I'm gonna rush down to Usk.
up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
10,
gonna.
15 or so. Do you want to be in the water or just behind him?
As long as I can touch him.
You're touching him.
Yeah, there's fine.
I'm not trying.
I'm gonna put my hand on his back.
Kind of slide down the
Yeah.
sand a little bit. Shh.
I was gonna be easy there, big guy, and cast Cure Wounds.
As this
Some
fish
get
is
real
like
low.
crunching onto its back, you
get
just
real
kind of
low.
press into the side of this giant
That
green
is
monster.
8 points of damage, or 8
Or 8
points of
points of
healing.
healing.
Don't kill me.
Nice.
Don't kill me.
As Usk, you feel like even the fish like kind of pops off for a second as this healing energy moves through you, and you feel a little bit better.
Better than when I
Quite
started.
a bit better.
And
Yep.
Like you sliding down the hill with like the loot.
Power slide. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
on my knees.
Down the tail and up his back.
Yeah,
So you're on the shoulder blades.
and that's gonna be me. I moved. Yeah.
All right, Kushaga. I see 2 more of these creatures lob spears towards Timvel. The other 2 are trying their best, but
Can you match my hit by both?
No.
I'd be big time dead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on pulling out daggers. There's somebody within 5 feet of this one, right?
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were touching him.
I was touching. Okay.
there's
Yep.
like three people really are within
To
5.
clarify,
almost.
are we or are we not using flanking rules?
No flanking.
No flanking. Okay. 4 plus 7. Not 13.
No, you hear another boop in the water. You hear this beautiful like whooshing.
The offerings to Poseidon are not well received.
I thought this was the partially blind one.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, the rolls have not been good for the Drunken. That's all you want to do at the moment?
I think, I don't, did I move last turn?
My spells.
I don't maybe a little
Yes,
bit
you
perhaps,
did.
but
I did.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
then
you
I'll-
like jumped over
oh, yeah,
us.
you leaped into that
Yeah,
spot.
so I'm gonna stay where I am for this turn to
Okay.
try and regain my
Another pounce.
Steal it, Angela.
feline.
All right,
Exactly.
then it comes to Usk.
Alright, Usk is
Still
determined-
fighting off two fish creatures.
He's determined to get that one in front of him.
All right,
Swinging with the axe
swinging
again.
He's
again.
being.
Come on, boy.
For attack rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
he
advantage.
got a 20 though. I was
The
like,
one
oh,
that-
well, there you go.
7 doesn't hit.
You gotta stop using
Oh my god!
Oh.
Uska, like feeling a few different things on him. You know, you're like getting healed, you're getting bitten. You just flail the axe like, "Rawr!" bear it like, whoop! Just about gets hit in the face.
I've been already almost stabbed by a friendly.
That's it.
That's all I got. Davina, you're up next.
All right.
No second bite.
Now you can only do it like once or twice,
Oh.
once per short.
Once per short rest.
I can see this stuff.
But it heals you. Though.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
The one.
Yeah,
behind-
you
the
can
one if I-
see.
One that-
Actually,
Okay.
from your position, you can see all of them.
All of
now,
them?
yeah.
Okay.
For range purposes.
How do you facial?
That guy's about 50 feet away.
50 feet. Okay.
That about
I think I'm gonna go after the guy in front of Usk again.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast.
Really making any progress.
All right. It's gonna be a wisdom save.
One eye.
Bane is just for ability checks,
Ability
not
checks,
saving
not
throws. Okay,
attack rolls.
that is a 19 on the wisdom saving throw.
Give me a second. Bane has
Yeah, it's for his ability checks and for his attack rolls, but it's not for his saving throws.
It is. Yep.
Bane?
Yep. It says whenever target fails saving throw,
Fails his original charisma saving throw.
he.
Yeah, that's for the spell, but for the impact of the spell, it only subtracts numbers from attack rolls and.
Oh, that wasn't.
No, it's
Or
Oh yeah, no,
saving
it does say or saving throw. It's actually not for for that. So
ability checks.
Less, I mean, yeah.
Bane it works a little bit differently
Yeah,
than
I thought it
it
was
says.
just
Yeah,
reversed.
no,
So mine, I mean, he's probably still gonna be okay. So that's a 16.
I think that's still too big.
Just passes then. But that with one more actually that would have failed. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Right. Next is the Kuatoa. Okay. No more come out of the woodwork at this point. They really need to get closer to you though, so that they can
Do they though?
try and nail
Doesn't
you away.
everyone?
So both of them are going to. Well, actually, only one of them I think is going to try and throw a net at you, and the other one. Actually, the other one might just run and use his full speed to get up. As the other one runs up and throws a net. That is a 13 to hit.
That's a fail.
Yeah, you see this net fly towards you, and you barely have to duck, but you duck a little bit.
And I go.
And it just flies and like kind of lands at Davina's feet, just like flops on
Not
the ground.
into
You
the
hear it kind of like. Next, the other two are still going to try and chew on Usk.
Okay.
As you are just a big brute. The other one who is baned, literally 0 to hit. And the other one is an 11 to hit. I don't think so. Okay, all right.
was
That's all they got. No more came out. Tyndale, you're up.
I haven't gone yet.
Oh, oh, I missed you. Sorry, Lucian.
Cool beans, cool beans.
My bad.
It's all good because we're gonna zap this guy real good.
They all failed anyway, so it's okay.
Alright. We're gonna do another shock and grasp.
And then right away.
Channel in my feel the pain. Yes, that is a 24 to hit.
Yes.
Chipotle.
So you get a full purchase on this creature as it kind of flies off of Usk for a second, like against the shore, and you.
I should have kept it. 2. 2
Two.
points. I'm doubling
Wow,
energy.
he is
I'll
really
double the amount from
not,
last time.
He's not getting hurt very fast.
Damn it.
See him kind of like.
Again.
But he's in the water, he should get zapped.
If I move, I'm
Okay, so yeah, we did that. Now Tyndale.
Tell me side gauge.
Peter don't like to be zapped.
I'm zapping haters.
Nope, 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 nope.
Damn.
really hoping there'll be a little bit more intense. But do you have any close quarters?
No,
Yeah,
they're called
I
advanced, not
shot
fence.
I should have bumped up my because you can run
You-
away.
if you want.
Yeah, they hits. They can't.
I will retcon
Attack
that.
of opportunity potentially.
No, because after I hit, he doesn't get reactions.
That's right. Shocking grasp.
Shocking grasp.
Yeah,
I will
that's the
actually
point of shocking
take
grasp,
it,
actually.
Get back.
And that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
I'm gonna have a net thrown at me and then turn around immediately and then just slap him across the face. Yeah.
Shocking grasp. Shocking slap.
Yeah,
Shocking slap. Oh yeah.
You fiend. With the 5 fingers, say the face.
It's 16.
Yeah, hits.
Nice.
Slap it across this fish face.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's going to happen.
Let's see. He'll
They
become-
slapped it to death.
It's 6 damage total.
6 damage.
What's the actual attack? What was it that you did?
Shocking grasp.
Was it shocking grasp?
It
Oh,
was,
was it?
yeah, I slapped
Shocking
him across
slap.
the face and lightning came out of my hand.
You see this like very, very prominent handprint on its face that's like smoldering.
You bouncing from your spot?
Yes,
Yeah, you can dip
I am
that way.
going to. And I'm going to. They are not. I can't get in a position where they're lined up with one another, can I? These two.
For this range, yeah.
Okay, is that alright?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that. Ooh!
Okay, he's dead.
See ya.
Then yeah, like, if I were to move here, can we say that that's like a line basically?
It would be more like this direction here. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I see it now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I want.
So you line them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting ready for the old lure.
Setting up something. That's all you got?
Yeah.
You're up.
I'm gonna attempt to plunge my rapier in the face of the one that's beside
Okay.
Oos
As you
there.
kind of pulling this blade free for first time in a long time. First time in this campaign.
That is a 15.
15 hits.
So that's a.
It does roll fairly well most of the time. Some good rolls for persuasions and stuff.
That is a 15 piercing damage.
15?
1d8 plus. No, that's I was think so 10. 10
Okay,
piercing.
I was gonna like.
I was thinking it was 8.
Yeah.
That is still a very good strike though, as you just skewer this fish thing and you pull your thing free and you see like the guts kind of pump out a little bit as it's like
I just kind of.
Yeah, switch the
barely holding on to life right now, that creature. But still,
I'm gonna use my last bardic inspiration to give Timmy.
yeah. If that's all you got, Kashaga, you're next.
Sing along with me.
You love this song.
is this guy dead?
He's still alive, but very, very hurt.
Actually, I'm like,
Just a small town girl.
Just a small girl.
Just a small girl.
it's a small world after all.
Just a small gnome girl. Oh yeah, that's it.
We need to rewrite that.
Lonesome Isles.
I'm tired of losing daggers, so I'm gonna walk up and try and
next time.
I just
Stab
wish I
off
loved the world.
manually so that I don't lose my daggers.
You see Kashaga just kind of like slowly, quietly creep towards it. Yeet.
Let's see if I can get one out here. Yeah, 18.
That's my
That
boy.
definitely hits.
There we go.
I never had plus.
As it's like still reacting from the hole in it, you just come up and
Sneak attack.
oh yeah.
5 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, this is what.
Yeah. That was more of a slicing motion. I can't do that with a dagger.
Yeah, I guess not.
Right in the throat.
We've been over this.
I know. I looked at that
It's
earlier because I
yeah.
knew that was going to be a thing, and I was like, huh, just slashing damage. I guess so.
Yeah, I'm just staying there then.
One of those weird
I'm
things.
not gonna double my movement for this round.
All right. Uskura. Something I'm forgetting about these fish creatures. every
Fucking
time.
swinging axe again, motherfucker.
See if I remember this time.
Are you a gangster?
Well, see if I remember this time.
Stick with me, kid. I'll take you far. You know what I'm doing. I'm swinging.
Swinging? Yeah.
Swinging.
I'm swinging. Oh,
Swing.
12.
Swinging
12 plus 16.
That's a hit! Says creature. like kind of tries to duck for a minute. You kind of give it the half, and then swing into it.
+2. Oh, max damage, baby.
Yes.
That's one
That's
dead.
16 damage.
Finally.
Hander overhead.
Who's has had enough?
Like splits
No,
right
no,
down
no.
the center.
The axe isn't sharp enough for that.
Yeah, it like
Not playing around.
it's more like a sledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spitch guts like splatter onto the rock, some onto your face. He is DED.
Licking your chops.
Yes. I love that. That was
Bonus action, do it.
so that's your damage, guys. That's it. Hey,
You still have some movement and stuff. If you
Uh,
Oh, hey, there's another one behind that rock.
Dun-dun,
taste of blood.
dun-dun,
you on top of the rock.
dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
As you kind of like swim a little bit around. Well, you know, it's
Oh,
like
that's
waist deep,
perfect.
knee deep for you, maybe.
Tick tock.
Davina, you're up
Wrong.
next.
All right. So
Oh, that's
I'm
not
going
perfect.
after the one in front of me,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Dead. He is hurt. That is a 2 on the wisdom saving throw.
That passes, right?
Give him at 12.
Not quite. Not quite. So he's injured, right?
Yeah.
So he takes 1d12.
Yeah, he's
You roll really high.
really learning the
Potentially
ways
die,
of the cleric
actually.
very well.
As
The jag and everything.
this kind of echoes out in this hollow,
That is an
weird sound like
8.
8. Okay. Again, it's kind of like you see some of its teeth even like fall out of its head as it's kind of like still alive, but
And then I'm going to use some of my movement to get the hell out of Dodge.
alright.
I'm just going to back up.
To by me?
This way.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm going to back, yeah.
Like
Behind
that's good?
Lucian.
I see how it is.
No crap. Lucian, you're up.
Okay, now that I'm at a little bit of a distance here, I'm going to just hurl a nice little firebolt at this.
All right.
That is a 23 to hit.
Oh my god, yes. Man, the spell slinging is really, yeah, you don't have a lot of hit points, but holy Moses.
That is 6 points of fire damage.
That one is now torched as it like cracks a hole right through it, and the body kind of like folds into itself in this kind of smoldering. Smells kind of nice, actually.
They smell better cooked than they did regular.
That's 3, Jim.
It smells like fresh silk.
I'm gonna start making counts. That's it. Yeah. I'm gonna start counting kills.
Is that all you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just taking numbers, you know.
That Kuatoa is kind of on an island a little bit by himself here, and he's gonna try and run away. He's gonna use disengage and just begin to swim and try and escape.
Not if I can help it.
She's kind of
I think they
really hurt this guy, so it's like it's this very labored swim, and he's kind of like submerging and bobbing up. You can still see him.
Flipping up a bit.
Yeah. It's an awkward swim. That's all it's gonna do. Timdale, you're up.
Ooh, I can't do anything. I'm not within range of shite shit.
Shice shit.
Wouldn't want to offend the Germans.
Never.
Hey man, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
She just like kind of, yeah, she'll like walk up to the edge and maybe,
Watch the show.
Make a rude
yeah,
gesture.
she'll just kind of watch it happen.
As it's laboring through the water,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you better run.
Bitch. Yeah.
Barrett, you're up then.
That's what threw a net on me, so she's just watching it happen.
That one failed all of its life.
Good.
What you got?
I'm gonna get in front of Usk there,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
All right.
Get back here, you swine.
That is a 2 on the save.
I never thought I'd miss the smell of a dwarf. 1d4. Where's my d4? There's my d4.
This actually might be a vicious mockery. This thing is really hurt.
3.
Yeah.
How would you? This is the final
I
blow.
love it.
Yes.
So as this thing is like trying to laboriously swim, it's kind of
Go surviving.
like flopping up through the water a little bit as one half of its body is wrecked, totally wrecked.
My words cast on the ocean waves seemingly as the magic and the words hit the water, the water starts going up and up, and then crashes down on top of the.
You see it like smash down onto it before like little bits of fish just start bobbing up into the water.
And Tim goes.
Is that 2 for you?
Drop hair is done.
I lost count. Yeah.
You guys are out of combat. Good job.
I came out with more health than I went in with.
As was good for out combat, of course. Nicely done, guys.
Woo!
Yeah, I haven't taken it.
You got level up.
Just kind of
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That was-
Please?
Give me that level up.
Yeah.
All right, easy campaign. Let's go home.
That was not pleasant.
Shallow water is
Roll me a survival check.
survival.
Oh, your daggers?
I want to look for them.
I don't know. That water just went haywire. Just
You want to look for him too, sure.
Find the shallow bits of the.
I'll give you advantage if Usu's helping you.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, right, I
very good at
probably stop
investigation as
recording
well.
and then do it. Yeah.
Goddamn pink dice. It's not very good. Survival is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 2. 17.
Okay. Managed to recover both.
Sweet.
They're like stuck
Wait,
in the
yeah.
sand pretty sharply. You're like, I
Wipe-
threw them hard.
Wiping them off.
Damn
Damn it.
Can I do a quick look around and see if they have any kind of poisons or kind of vials or anything like that? Anything inside the pouches?
Yeah, I would say if you're looking for something specifically like that,
Yeah.
I usually roll. It's actually been a while for me since I've had this roll. Sometimes I do. Let's say investigation.
Investigation.
We're going to try and find something particular like vials and potions and stuff.
Are you doing?
I'm just looking to see if there's any kind of vials that can poisons. Fish vials. Oh, fish vials.
Unfortunately, you don't find any vials of any kind. These are very simple creatures. You find mostly necklaces and teeth and kind of little bits of homemade jewelry, essentially, and very tattered bits of rags and cloth. Like for the most part, they're predominantly naked, and some very crude spears. You find about 3 of them that are worth maybe taking, perhaps. They're kind of crude, and then one beautifully unused net at this point as well.
You're welcome.
Amongst
There.
those. And it's just
I'll
laying
take
amongst
that.
the sand.
Take the net.
I'll take the net.
Your kink.
It's not a kink.
There's like
No
3
getting
decent
away.
spears that are like,
One of
them has
like,
blood on them.
You know.
I'll
Yeah, one
One of them has
Tim.
Timdale's blood on it.
kind of offer them to Usk.
Oh, I thought you meant the net, and I was like, I didn't
I'll take the
Yeah.
net.
But, yeah.
Taking the net, sure.
Oh, the yeah.
As Lucy
One of
is
the spears,
offering
something.
Usk the spears, Usk rejects. He grabs a couple of arms and legs from the road.
Those are not going in the barrel with me.
They lift the barrel.
That's what barrel.
It's like you're
Tim,
walking
makes
Tim
down.
will live. Or she'll be, no, she'll think she can hang out with
This is going to be my fermenting barrel.
The Shaga is just going to rip some of the rags off of them, just enough to quickly clean off the daggers to put them back, and
Easy enough.
immediately I'm just resuming the hunt, and I start heading back down the path.
Okay.
If anyone wishes to follow, I must continue the hunt. If I can find Lucille before the morning, I need to do this for Lady Red.
That was my question. Are we just going to assume that the tabaxi that Lady Red was talking about is just Lucille?
There are not many tabaxi.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Lead the way.
Does anybody have an idea of what time it is?
Roll me a survival check.
I'm already like 10.
Yeah,
I'll roll a survival.
Kuchaga's beginning to make his way. Okay.
These are.
It is like a little after midnight, you would expect. So you probably have like 6 hours before like dawn, which is when you're expected to be back at the ship.
It's gonna be tight.
About
if
3
we
more
can
hours on the beach from
catch this boat because
Yep, some cushion.
Aware. That's why I'm running.
Kushaga is
As Kushaga is skipping off, Tim will just get in the barrel at this point.
Just wait.
Are there fish arms in there as well?
Yes, there are fish.
Oh yeah, she's aware. She hates it, but she hates walking more. So
That's the lesser of 2 evils.
As you
my
climb
mage
in, you're
can't
like,
get
it's just that I would be so much slower than the rest of you, so it just makes so much.
if my
sense
mage
to
hand
get
can
in the
carry
barrel.
like 15 more pounds on you.
Combine 2 mage hands, maybe.
I have mage.
1 mage hand on each arm,
Yeah.
just carrying it.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
I know. I think there's the two parents swinging the kid.
And we're
She
just
would
like
be
walking
super down,
nonchalantly
actually.
beside.
Yeah.
She would adore that.
Okay.
You're the mom.
Naturally.
Yeah.
I've got the looks, you know? Lucian, the elegant. So wears a mask 24/7. So that's.
I was gonna
that's
say, is
just
your
like-
mask back on?
No.
It's dark.
It's dark.
It's dark, and we've all
Yeah.
seen.
That takes severe offense.
It'll
to
come
you
back.
not wearing
It's
a mask.
daylight. Daylight
Should I
shine.
marching order again? Or?
Well, you're definitely ahead, for sure.
I'm not taking up the back this time.
Okay.
I'm in the middle.
I'll take the back.
I'm in the barrel.
You're at the back?
I'll take the back.
I'll follow Kushagra.
Okay. So as you guys begin down the beat, are you like in a fast pace?
Yes.
Okay. So, for the sake of the fast pace, if you guys are keeping pace with Kushagra, it'll be another perception as you make your way through the bit, but at disadvantage because you are paying less attention, and it is also dark tonight.
Oh. That doesn't matter.
Percentage. Perception at this.
11.
Oh, God.
18. Oh no,
Oh,
sorry,
bravo.
13. Oh.
13, 11, okay.
Uh,
7?
I got 19.
Oh, it's
18.
That's with this.
Oh.
Probably
That's
13.
really good.
So plus 4. So whatever you roll
13,
plus
yeah,
4.
16.
And then lower of those 2 numbers plus 4.
Okay. 8.
8, and yours was
11.
11, okay. So, most of you guys are focused on your footing. Actually, Timba, I suppose you could probably have not disadvantage because you're actually just riding.
Do you want me to re-roll that
Yeah,
completely?
you can roll another one.
Who knows how
She
Now
rolled
that- now that I think
worse
about it,
on
okay.
this,
Yeah.
So.
You're like consumed by the fishy
So I
state.
know what happened. Yes. I
Yeah.
do. So yeah, I rolled a 13.
So as you guys continue down the beach, like at a somewhat of a jog, you hear the waves kind of whoosh, a little bit of the breeze coming through. Looking up, you see the moon, clouds coming over at times, darkening it for periods. As you continue on for another hour. Pardon?
Mine was a 10.
Okay. Lucian being at the back, you can hear
Hey, but now you
maybe about 40 or 50 feet behind, scurrying and the odd splash coming from the water. It seems like there are still creatures around, but they might not necessarily be. They're keeping a wide berth and
I'll just-
waiting for perhaps opportunities. You get glimpses of them, but they're kind of like staying a good distance away, and they seem to be looking for a vulnerable.
Keep up the pace. Why I turned Scottish there?
It happens.
Everyone's
It
got
happens.
it.
Everyone's got it.
John, the name's Lucian Foliatis. I'm a Russian submarine officer. Yes.
The day's mine.
The day is mine.
Hey, that's me.
Just pulled this card.
That's literally me.
Great. Let's see. You're supposed to help me.
I'm in a barrel, dude.
For one.
I can
Do a barrel roll.
As you're like walking along, you pull that card out for a moment.
That was for Gilliman.
Okay, those are killing pull. All right.
I was seeking guidance for myself.
Okay.
No.
So, as you guys continue on, Lucian, are you keeping a sharp eye on these?
I certainly am.
Okay. Give me one more perception roll, everyone. Not disadvantage, but disadvantage for all. But if you're keeping the pace,
Disadvantage again?
yeah, unless you want to fall like at a slower
Nope.
pace.
3.
And
Three,
So you're rolling a disadvantage,
18.
so there's 2.
18.
You roll 2.
Thought you
Nice.
said
Man.
not. Doesn't
Just me.
Clutch, clutch,
Right.
19.
solid.
I rolled a 3 and a 4.
I can see better.
19 as well.
Barrett is actively like tuned.
So, you guys
Yeah.
continue down the beach. Now another hour, another 2 hours. During that travel, after about a half an hour or so, you do notice that the creatures kind of begin to fade away and are not following nearly as much as you notice the proximity and the number of tents and huts against the forest and people that are living around becomes a little more voluminous and less scattered and far away. Lady lives very far down the beach. People live further than her, but she lives fair ways down the beach compared to most of the people that actually live on this island. But you eventually, after 3 more hours in total, make your way back to Cask Cove docks, where there is the bar and
Yeah, I'm heading
all the small stuff.
mainly for the last place I saw Lucille. Which
The-
was the
So it's probably what
Sailor,
3 in the
what is it?
3, 4 in the morning.
It's about three, yeah, three or so, yeah.
have it written down. I want to catch a fish.
The smothered sailor.
Smothered sailor.
Smothered sailor.
The smothered sailor.
So it's 2 a.m.
About 3 a.m.
and dawn is considered.
Actually,
6
you guys were
a.m.?
doing a fast pace. Yeah, it's probably closer to 2 a.m. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
So like it's 2 a.m. and we're saying 6 a.m. is when you'd be back by the boat.
Yeah.
If we're just
Like
gonna put it
you're
in,
pretty much at the docks now, so you got like
Yeah.
4 hours before you know that it's going to be shipping off, which is a nice little cushion. Actually, it's pretty good time since you guys just got back there to take a quick little break right now, if you guys want to. That's it. Okay. All right.
Chance.
Coming back from our break, you guys are just making it back to Cask Cove at the docks area. Standing kind of on the beach still as you kind of approach, you see the smothered sailor built up a little bit into that area with the kind of rickety stairway that goes up to it.
Does it look like it's still open?
You can see no light coming from the windows before.
So we're here. Made it to the tavern.
Where's it's over there. I was like, where's you?
Yeah, I would say you guys are probably like 120 feet from like the docks and the tavern. You know, you can see everything from where you are as you're approaching from the beach still, but
So we got
There's,
probably 3 hours before we have to get back
Yeah.
on ship.
you
Yeah,
have plenty of actual time right now, yeah.
So if she's not here, we probably don't have time to look for her.
I will take as much time as is needed. I will be on this ship. Don't be worried. Can I try to just do a sneaky perimeter check? I just want to like slip around the building, see if I can see any entrance points. Looking specifically for like windows that might not be locked because they're like, oh, no one would ever be able to climb up this far.
So as you look at it, like the most of the back half, this part here is kind of built up into rock and trees and things like that. But the front half of it would be easily like skirt aroundable. But you look at the back half and you're like, there's not really much there other than perhaps this one, of course. But want to roll me a stealth check and a perception as well, as Kushagra kind of begins to slink away. Just fix this here, his body. I buggered it up. There we go.
16 for my stealth roll. And
Okay.
Perception. 16 for my perception.
Kind of well there.
What? You're just 16? 16.
Okay.
That's all right.
So as you skirt around quietly enough, there's no one really around that you see or take note of, so you're kind of like alone out there. You look back and you see the rest of your group kind of waiting. There's no light coming from inside. Both windows, there's actually one on either side of the door, not necessarily in the model form. There's a small window that you could, like Tyndale could probably fit through. But there's a large window that it doesn't actually have any shutters or anything like that. It's just a big hole in the stone, essentially. And then you do notice that there's another one up here that you could probably climb to, given enough, athletics or what have you. But it is closed.
Yeah. I mean, I have a climb speed, so I feel like that.
You would be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and climb up to that window and see if I can gently prise that shutter open.
Roll me a stealth check.
Dirty 20.
Quietly as you can. Open it up. Look inside. It's dark.
Just see the mirrored, like from the inside, just the mirrored flashes.
As you open it, roll me a perception check.
13.
Okay. You look inside. Dark vision. You can see down basically in the bottom half, like through the balcony, you see Luke kind of leaning into the corner. His kind of back is to the door in a chair, and his feet are kicked up onto a table, and he's just like... Doesn't appear to be anyone else otherwise you can see.
I'm gonna gingerly step through and try to.
Basically like this. Like a chair or a table in front of him.
Gingerly step through and try to creep on over to the door across from me.
Okay, so with the stealth roll you can creep inside.
Trying the door very gently. Is it locked?
Doesn't appear to be locked, but roll me a stealth check if you want to open it.
Yeah. So, open the door. Say 24.
Kind of pick the door up a little bit, just so it doesn't squeak at all on its hinges, and very silently open it up. Where you see laying in the bed, Crystal Jack just kind of like on top of the covers, just passed out, sleeping. Oh yeah, just sweat like pooling and like yellowish stained clothes.
So,
That's the
okay.
guy that he was talking to, right?
The bartender guy, actually.
The bar.
No, yeah.
Grizzle Jack is the
Crystal Jack's the bartender,
He's got the
and
drafted.
that's Luke down there.
So I'm gonna go up to the bed, and I'd like to. So my plan is I'll say this like, as soon like I'm gonna clap my hand over his mouth and just be like really close to him and just like do it.
Eventually, he
I'm
comes
not
over,
here.
awake for a second.
No, I'm not letting him make any noise until I've said my piece, and I'm making it very clear that that's the case with the dagger in my hand.
Okay, his eyes open up.
Two dagger in hand.
Roll me an intimidation check.
No,
with
hold
the
on,
dagger.
let me say my piece first.
Okay,
and then
okay.
we'll-
It smells
we'll
like
do,
Say your piece.
Particle of it.
Now hear me out, Crystal Jack. I am not here for you. I am here for the one they call Lucille. A patron of yours today stole something from somebody very close to me. If you have anything if you know where she is, I'm going to take my hand away. And you will tell me where she is. If not, you'll say no and I will leave and we'll never see each other again.
Yeah, intimidation, but with advantage for the. You've got him in a very
The
compromising position.
Again, I'm trying to make it very clear, like, I do not want to hurt him, I just need this information, and I'm gonna leave. Intimidation is,
His strength or charisma.
yeah, I'm just trying to remember if I took it or not. I did not. It's gonna be +1, so it's 14.
Okay, kind of.
Slowly bring my hand away. She's a thief. She has something that does not belong to her.
She left in the afternoon, shortly after you all left. I believe she was making her way down to the docks.
I'm sorry for disturbing your slumber. Sweet dreams. Back away like a shadow. Disappear into the night.
Never breaking eye contact.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Horrifying. It just
No, yeah, it'll just be the reflective eyes that he sees, and then I'm gone, but he still sees the eyes somehow. Even when they're there.
As you slip back out, roll me another stealth check. For the sake of
Horrible.
Luke is still
Wow,
sleeping.
Luke isn't very easily.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have a +9, so 19 stealth.
Yikes.
That's pretty good.
You stealth like I talk.
You're stepping back out and you hear the slightest like movement in the boards. Before it gives a creak, you pick up your foot, step over, and slip back out the window. You hear Gristle Jack kind of like, oh my god, I'll never get back to sleep.
I'll never get back.
He doesn't ever.
I,
Back to the meat sweats.
they see me like crawl out of the window, and I just like on the side of the wall, crawling sideways.
Was she there?
Come back down. Quickly to the docks.
Okay, we're going back to the ship now.
I'll start to fixate my masterpiece.
So
Did you see a thumbs up come out from up the barrel?
hurrying to the docks. What number of ships?
Yeah.
Like we. How many ships were in the dock?
So there's
at the docks?
no
There is
actual
no
ship's
right?
docks. Everything is anchored. So as you come to the docks, the warehouse-ish building that had all the merchants in it, kind of encases most of the docks, and the docks kind of lead out from it. So you go inside where there were lots of vendors. Now you just see empty tables, and it is very barren inside. Actually, that one rowboat that just sits up on the shelf, still with the price tag 75 gold on it, it's just chilling there. Other than that, though, pretty much everything else is just as it was. But there doesn't seem to be anybody else in there. It is the dead of night, and it is quiet and lonely.
Where's the quartermaster? Is there like an office? Like, did we pass that on the way through? No.
No. It basically is like just enough to give it cover from storms and things like that for vendors when they're actually selling their goods inside. But other than that, there's no security, no office. It's very free.
It's just like an open warehouse kind
Open
of
warehouse. The docks lead out from it. There's probably 3 different docks, I would say, that go out towards the water. One that's longer than the other ones that you guys probably came in on.
Said there were items. Just
No. Just that one, just the one big
Talking about
rowboat that's like up on this.
fingers over
This
there.
it looks like it's been there for many years
Okay.
almost.
Okay, walking back out into the night, in front of the warehouse. I'm assuming it's like docks, warehouse, road kind of thing.
There's
Or
not
path.
really road.
Yeah.
It's like just sand and like dirt paths
Trodden path.
you know.
Is there like a natural flow to these paths? Like this is still pretty.
I'd say roll me a survival check.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of like, is
Trying to
there
track
is there
paths.
an area path? Like if somebody who was headed towards the docks from the bar, could they have been headed to somewhere past the docks instead? And I want to
Okay.
try and look that way and see what I can find.
I gotcha.
So survival is plus. It's 13.
Okay. Looking around, you see a few random small little footpaths that branch off, like to the north, to the south, where you guys came from along the beach, and then in the opposite direction that disappear up through into the kind of rocky terrain and into the forest a little bit. But other than that, nothing too particular. A few that branch off into the sand and whatnot around as well, but I would say the most notable would be the path of which you guys already came, the one going up to the tavern, and then another one that leads in the opposite direction of the docks that you would have ventured down the beach that goes off into kind of upward into the rocky terrain into the forest a bit.
Shaga's feeling overwhelmed with choices. He's just gonna like hiss in frustration, spin around, just like trying to think, trying to figure out what to do. Is everyone just like standing around me this whole
Pretty
time?
much, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like slowly walking, like not stealthy at all, as I'm like sneaking around.
We're all
So this-
What's
to
the
the
play
mall.
here anyway? Let's say we find.
I don't know. I don't know.
Would it be worth our while to check that boat?
How we get it back to her? Like if we get whatever it is that you're looking for from Lucille, we can't go back and bring it.
I'm just trying to take things one step at a time.
I would like to note that while I'm inside of the barrel, I am using magical tinkering to imbue sounds into the fish arms that I have around me. How many would you say I have in there?
4, 6.
Right. Okay. So
Is that a number?
so if like each one, if he goes to touch it, it'll be like, no. One's like, I have a family. The other one's like, no, don't eat me. You killed me. Yeah. That's how, like, when it goes to like eat them, they'll speak to him.
Mildly distant.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing in the barrel the whole time.
Love it.
Useful.
Every now and then you just hear this kind of like
from me.
No, I'm loving it.
Yeah, you can just hear me talking into these like fish arms, basically.
Occasionally.
Oh my god.
So at this point, as a group, we need to make the decision: do we keep looking, or do we get it back on the ship?
Well, is like we'd have to take that rowboat if we're gonna get back to the ship, or are we expecting there to be a rowboat coming back to the?
Skippy did say that if there was nobody at the docks, if you went out to the end of the docks, there's people look like there'd be a lookout. Probably
wave-
Callie at night.
We can wave down.
And wave down.
Okay.
Like
I'm sure we're not
they
the
know you're
only-
ashore.
I'm sure that we're probably not the only ones still left in town. So in the morning we might be able to.
Also, they know that we're missing, right? Like they.
Yeah, but she made it very clear that
Not yet.
It's not like they're not gonna at least look at the docks to see if we're waiting to be picked up. Or
Come
not.
morning,
Come
yeah.
morning.
Yeah. We also have somebody who doesn't belong on the ship.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So we need to find either another
I can make.
ticket.
I can
make
forge things,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a bucket.
I got a barrel.
I don't.
I have proficiency in a forgery kit.
Okay, then yeah.
Actual kit.
That's better. You
I don't
need
have a
that.
kit.
I think I actually
Mine would be
might have a
magical,
kit.
and it
It'd
would
be
just
magical.
it would be dead in a little while. So
Do I have a kit? No, I have a disguise.
definitely.
So we need to find
There's there's nowhere else that's open, right?
You can definitely use to take it. Says Davina.
Barrel. You got barrel.
Oh no. Are we gonna be able to bring the barrel on board?
Does the barrel have a ticket?
I can make one. And there's nowhere else that's like open or around or.
Doesn't seem to be.
Do we have any? Does anyone have any extra paper? Might use like a new invitation for our to be. All right.
The head just slowly goes.
must.
Nope, not really.
I can rip out a page from my spell. I'll just wince at it.
You see this kind of like little shimmer deflate off of it as you rip it out. It's like shh.
I will go to town on
Okay.
copying my own word for word.
Talking in not the lonesome house.
Yes.
Intelligence.
If you were
Yes. I think
asleep
once we've
somewhere
got-
around here,
Might just be intelligence. Then, if you're proficient with the
That's
kit, you would add your proficiency to it.
Okay. So it'll be +6.
Actually, it's a tools check, so proficiency.
Oh, the one. I thought it was like.
Oh yeah, we'll do intelligence because you're trying to remember it basically.
Yeah.
So make me intelligence, and then you can add your proficiency if you're proficient with the forgery kit.
I am indeed. So that's +6.
Okay.
That is a 17.
it's worth it.
It's relatively easy to replicate.
Yeah.
You do change,
The docking city?
The document.
the
yes.
date and things like that to accommodate appropriately. So it looks fairly legitimate. The paper itself is different than the other ones because it's not of that make. But other than that, and that it has like a tear down the one side, it looks very legitimate.
I can make it.
You can mend it a little bit.
I mean, you could also give it to me. I can probably bullshit my way getting her on.
Yeah.
Davina, you have inspired me. I'm going to check out the I don't know, the little boat, the rowboat.
Okay.
Yeah, and then upon that suggestion as well, just explore the rest of the inside of the warehouse. Maybe there's a nook or cranny that the Vex is hiding in or sleeping in.
Okay, roll me a perception check for that, and in that regard.
If we know what he's looking for, can we help out with this? Like, leave people in time or.
If you guys want to help him,
Yeah,
he can roll
maybe.
with advantage, or you guys can all roll
Yep.
perception if you'd like. If it's like, hey, do you want to help me find it?
Who has the
Right,
best?
if we're all just like looking at this like
Yeah,
vast
plus
thing in
four.
front of us, right?
Mine's +4, and then I'm proficient in it as well, so +6.
Okay. Yeah, or perception checks. Anyone who wants to look around.
I'll help you.
16.
So
Okay.
you get advantage because mine.
Oh, yeah. 23.
Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
my god. Ah.
There's my dice.
10.
Yeah.
15.
15. Okay.
Yeah, not great.
Not great.
I was busy.
23 is quite good.
Very distracted by voices.
From in a barrel.
So as you're as you're in the barrel and Usk is kind of like sauntering around the docks and you guys are looking around, you kind of inspect the rowboat. There's nothing fancy about it. It has a couple of oars with it. It looks well enough made. It would definitely float. It's about the same make and size as the one you came in on. It would probably seat about 6 to 8 people depending on size and weight. As you look around the actual warehouse, so there isn't a lot other than tables, and chairs, shelves, things to actually be put on. There's some loose rope for tying off boats and what have you that you could probably steal. There's literally no one around. But for the sake of the 23, looking very carefully at the wood of the dock, you kind of walk out further to the end of the dock, and Tyndale, you notice there are a few kind of sandy paw prints at the very edge of the tip of the dock.
So if I'm like noticing it, I'm gonna like step out of the barrel somehow. Like, are you carrying me like this or like on your shoulder?
Leather strapped to your back, right?
We never established.
Yeah,
so
I always imagined
You're-
myself like this, and I was
We'll
kind of
do
like
that.
sitting cross-legged inside.
Carrying
of
it underarmed.
Yeah,
Okay,
a little bit. Yeah. So I'll kind of like
Love it.
jump out if I can out of the thing and skirt over to the end of the docks.
You see about like a half a dozen like sandy paw prints towards the end of it.
I think I found something.
What is it? What is it?
And I'll kind of grab his foot at this point since I'm so close to it, and I'll look at the bottom of it to see if they match.
Toby.
Can I?
They're very similar.
So they're very similar. And I'll say, not you, but close.
Very, very astute.
I don't know if I like that attitude.
Do we see any other ships out in the harbor?
There is probably, so other than your fleet, about half a dozen other ones. Most of them are small. The biggest one would be like a frigate-sized otherwise, but most of them are maybe crew of 6 would be able to man most of the other ones. If not 1 or 2 people.
Did find some deep though.
Excellent work. The eyes of an eagle. Perhaps we should go back to the ship. It's closer to my quarry than we are here. We need a signal? Something audacious, perhaps?
The funky tune Medina.
I don't think they'll notice my playing from across.
I have a
this
candle in a tinderbox.
I have-
Light
I have a torch.
candles and light them.
I need one.
You just light your torch
Yeah,
up?
just wrestle it out of my little belt.
Okay.
Oh.
You're lighting the candle as well?
I too light a torch.
A torch
I've got
too?
a bunch of torches.
Yeah.
Multiple torches, candles,
Torch out.
there's fire just happening.
The dog's on fire.
I'd say from this distance, you might be able to hear like a very subtle kind of like in the far distance, little bit of yelling before like the whoosh of a boat hitting water.
Or we'd be looking for like the same light signal, right?
Pardon?
Like a matching light signal to say that.
Nothing particular. I mean, he didn't say,
Signal.
you know, this is the signal or anything like that. He said we'd be watching for you. So I mean, you guys happen to look very particular. There's not other groups that look quite like you. Most of you guys would stand out in a crowd for the most part anyway, so you're very easily noticeable. So with the light of the fire, eventually you guys see a small boat begin to make its way towards the dock, coming away from the Breath of Arga. It takes about 10 minutes or so, maybe 15 for it to arrive. Is there anything you guys need to be doing during that time though?
Pacing impatiently.
Okay. Who is gonna pick you up?
Skippy!
Skippy! I think Skippy is finally taking a freaking nap.
You guys been doing
just
too many
throw it at
gunpowder.
the end.
Drop the powder.
Too much gunpowder.
Do you even know what we're looking for?
It'll be obvious when I see it.
So no.
This is why I dislike mystics. Not you personally.
You need to have
the
faith, Barrett. Have faith.
faith.
This will all work out.
Faith.
These things happen for a reason. We were meant to be in that tent at that particular moment. On this island. At this particular time.
It's fair to say, Lucille would not stay around on the island for. She's taking something from this.
She's obviously not on the ship that we came in, so there's no chance that we're gonna find her.
Perhaps the captain has been communicating with other ships in the harbor. You never know. We will see. We'll see when we get there.
So it's going to another tabaxi on one of the other ships.
Sailors, they talk.
And then like, if she's not on a ship that's guiding us, we can't get to her.
Barrett, I know the odds seem insurmountable. And they may be. But there is still a chance. There's still hope.
The barrel gets it.
Barrel.
Before the boat arrives, Boost puts the barrow down. Big barrel. And jumps into the water for a swim.
Are you going for a fish swim or just a swim?
Just for a less.
Cool off a bit.
So how much does mage hand?
Maybe you're carrying a barrel with you?
I just pop my head out at the sound of the waves.
Are you coming back to go in the boat though? The rowboat? Okay. So by the time you finish your swim, the rowboat arrives. And, you see you see a human man. You guys would probably have seen him once or twice before. Not sure if you met him or not, but he's got kind of a plain-looking face, brown hair. Nothing particular about him. Rows in. Breath of the Arga.
Yeah.
I was keeping watch. 6. Was there? Didn't I already grab? Oh, maybe that was the other 3.
Other 3?
You sure I didn't already row? One of yous. How come there's 6 of you? I thought that only 5 went ashore.
No, there was 6.
Oh, that's the barrel. Sorry. Thought it wasn't. Oh, it took. Oh, there is 6. Okay.
Yes.
That's one more than I was expecting to pick up.
No, we came with 6.
The barrel comes.
It's
Say,
from the water.
Roll me
It's the
persuasion
water.
and an intimidation from Usk.
Yeah.
That is a 17.
That is a 9.
Who's my man?
Kind of like looks at Usk, who's just. He's like, well, and then you kind of pipe up. He's, oh, well. It's late. Hop on. As he gestures for everyone to board the
Things
rope.
on. Start helping heft the old barrel in.
As we get on,
Can we bring the barrel?
you said 3. What did the other 3 look like me?
Oh, no. The dwarves came short
Oh.
to do a bit of shopping, I'd imagine, some drinking. I took them back.
Still though.
I didn't. I thought I took 1 or 2 of you as well earlier, but
So you never seen another tiefling come off the ship?
no, just well, I didn't know. I didn't think I saw no one ever come up the ship, but I'm just picking yours up for the evening. Those dwarves came out earlier in the night. They had a bit of a row and then made their way back to the boat before the dark got too dark. But maybe a couple hours ago. Oh, they had one of you with them, though. What? He points to Kachaga. Were you with them?
I'm sorry, I have not gotten your name, Sleepy Human.
I'm Olin.
Sleepy Odin, nice to meet you.
Scaby. Oh,
Sleepy.
oh.
Well, it's been a long day. We've been logging our supplies all day because Captain reckons we'll be able to ship out in the morning.
Oland or Oland?
Olin.
Oland.
Oh,
We had to row that
it's going as Scabby.
beast of yours up to the other ship. Went along board. Cassian told the captain that he was not to be around everyone else, quite a bit sick, very contagious. So we popped him onto the. Ooh. No, sir.
Is that the one you arrived with?
Mm-hmm.
Where is he still coming with?
No, we had to send him over to the King's Sunbreacher, so they have a brig there. He can be isolated. Very sick. Don't
But
want to
still
get everyone
traveling-
else.
Still traveling with our.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. Lots of soldiers on that ship.
Kim's got a real sour look on her face at this point, and she just kind of, was like a half in, half out of the barrel, like standing in the barrel, so you like saw half of her body. You just see her like slink right back down into the barrel.
What's the name of the other ship? The King's.
The King's. No, well, that was the frigate. The one he just spoke of is the King's Sunbreacher.
Sunbreacher.
That would be the large galleon with blue and white sails. I rode him over there at some point in the afternoon after Cassian was trying all she could, but...
Shall we be on our way then?
Oh, right, of course. Let me just roll it up. So, you're coming back late, you lot?
Yes, a little later than we expected, but when you see all the four houses, you need to see all the fours.
Oh, and there are holes this time. I like it when there's holes.
So did you say oars? Oh, great.
Sorry, I'm just so sleepy. I can't wait for my night to end. It's really funny.
Almost over.
Oars or horse? But eventually...
Who's relieving you tonight on the deck?
No one, I just had to wait for you lot.
So the last to come back?
I haven't sent nobody else out, no.
No scabby ones.
Oh, then, did you say you saw another that looks like me?
No, I did see you.
Oh, my man.
It was me.
This was yesterday, though, right? When we came to the islands? Or did you say you came with the dwarves?
This evening.
Well, I remember Rowan, or at least I think I did. Didn't you come back with the dwarves? I should have thought.
This does not prove anything with your fate.
It's like we need to dodge dwarves.
They have their own little hovel in the ship. They took the room that I was trying to get.
Oh, there's this bit bigger, it's got a table in it.
It's supposed to be mine. Now I'm rooming up with these two.
Yeah, those 4 rooms are old. It's better when you own your own on them. Eventually, it keeps rowing, and you will eventually make it back to the ship, but you need to question him further on anything.
He's very sleepy.
He's very sleepy. Eventually, get back to the ship, and the gangplank cracks down. All aboard then, I suppose, you lot. Am I making everyone yawn because he's so sleepy?
Yeah, we are. We truly are.
And you guys back up on the ship, Davina in tow.
Is Davina our bunkmate now?
I guess so.
Jason is on the top deck, however, at the moment.
Tim wants for you in the barrel the whole time.
Maybe
Top deck.
should we convene?
You don't know the crew?
How? We have not discussed how we were going to be smuggling this stowboy on board.
The ticket.
He's got a ticket.
Captain not dumb. The captain will know who is on board your ship.
The idea of Farmer leaving the shit that I made her and just putting it on her.
I was actually about to say the same thing. I was about to say, do you have that mask that he was wearing?
Yeah, and it's not a bad idea.
How tall are you?
Pretty tall.
Pretty tall.
He's an elf.
And lanky.
She could just say, I found another mount.
Or no, pretend that
Like
was...
you're carrying me on your
Has nobody seen Farmer without his mask
Here's the
on?
thing: is I'm saying this out of character. Tim would not. She wouldn't let anyone else wear that though. So
Yeah.
Well, you guys brought a priest on board to say prayers to your sick friend as I blow out my cross.
Tim would do that.
The captain would still want
The
to name
tiefling
it.
brought a priest.
Okay.
Sounds like a cruel joke. Speaking of which,
Don't.
I take a look up to see if Callie's up in the nest.
Don't love a thirst trap.
You guys are just going to leave
She is.
me.
I kind of give her
She kind of
a wave.
Mage hand.
waves back. See her kind of smile a little bit. Jason at the helm. Well, he's not doing much. He's just aboard and looking over things. But as you bring someone he doesn't recognize onto the board, he kind of begins to walk down towards you guys as you come up the gangplank and have a small discussion for a moment. And Olin kind of begins to pull the gangplank aboard, and they start tying the small rowboat back up to the side ship. A couple other crew members. And Jason comes around.
Ahoy, co-captain!
Evening. Looks up at Callie. Who is this?
Oh,
Looking at Davina.
Callie? Callie's the... He keeps watch
I
every
think you're confused, Jason.
I know, Callie. Who is your red-dressed friend?
oh, she got her dates wrong. She had a different ticket to get picked up at a later date. So she was coming along. We found her at the tavern, just waiting for the ship where it was late.
You have a ticket? Roll me a deception check with advantage.
That was pretty good lie.
I'm just
Was.
smiling at him.
We didn't even discuss that. We just came up with it.
Yep.
That is a 25.
Looks
The
at
first one was a what?
Oh,
Damn!
I
Damn!
saw the look and I was like, oh, no.
Forgery.
Zero.
Well done.
Maybe.
Wow.
As he looks over the ticket. Seems in order, rolls it up, and puts it in his coat. Name, I suppose, as he pulls out a little ledger.
Davina.
Davina. Very good. Claps it shut. I suppose it's worth noting that we did have to take your friend to another ship. He was quite a bit more ill than Cassian was able to mend. In order to maintain the health of the rest of the ship, it was quite contagious, and Captain recommended that he head to a ship that has a particular isolation brig. We don't have the luxury aboard here, as you've noticed, it's quite tight quarters. I'm sure he'll be fine, but being the case, I suppose you'll have room in your own room for this individual. I would have to wait till morning to talk to some of our other passengers, if not, to allow you to sleep somewhere, but I do believe Cruel has paid for his own room, and as with the two elves as well, so...
Where's his room? Where's his room at?
He's in the front of the ship.
Front of the ship. Okay.
No one else
So,
on board.
I
is
can't
ill.
speak for you two are the ones who would have been bunking with Farmer, so
Yeah.
if he's looking for confirmation then
I'm in the barrel the whole time. I haven't come out during the entire
So it's
conversation.
not you, Lucian.
No, I'm.
Forget about this.
You can feel my
And you're wearing this
frustration
mask thing?
looming
I'm wearing the mask.
off of me, obviously, in the barrel.
Horribly disfigured.
so your lack of presence speaks
As you talk, your mouth doesn't move
Yes,
anything
you
Be
either.
sarcastic with me.
How about this?
Well,
Well, she'll come with us. You take roots. You take the biggest and the large and the
At
smallest.
that, she pops out of the barrel at that point. No way!
Don't know barrel. Not a barrel.
A clattering
All the
of
arms
shit.
like,
Little fish arms and everything. You hear kind of like,
absurd amount of scrap metal and tools and it just keeps falling out of the barrel.
She's so freaking
Like a barrel of holding, all this shit just keeps coming out.
Jason's kind of just like, well, sorted out amongst yourselves, as long as you're comfortable sleeping somewhere, or not, I guess. Welcome aboard the Breath of the Arga.
It's a pleasure, Captain.
Jason, before you leave, may I have a word?
He's
Yes.
the
I see you have a
undercover.
ledger there of all the passengers on the
She
ship.
really
wants
Yes, indeed.
Are you aware of another
Yes, and it was
tabaxi such as myself on board?
No.
At this, she just kind of puts the bird
What-
that she had made.
Was there somebody else who came with the three dwarfs?
I wouldn't be able to know. I was not on duty at the time.
Who would have hailed them when they came aboard?
Earlier
Olin?
good afternoon.
Yes, Jason. Did you notice another tabaxi today? Oh, I've seen Kushogo, sir.
Man, Scabby, come on.
Is she posing as him?
There is ways of looking like another.
The cheap.
You're both hot.
So are we to? Is there some
There's
sort
no
of?
problem, Jason. There's we had a theory, but everything seems to be fine.
Roll me a quick deception check there. I'm gonna switch.
These are not the droids they're looking
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's happening.
Deception.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Highly
Okay.
deceptive.
Okay, only rolls.
Well, that's a relief to hear. As long as everything is in
I
order,
was like, damn it.
I do believe that we will be sailing off in the morning, as he kind of points out. Not that you can see, it's pretty dark right now, but we were able to get the King's Whip into good shape, and the captain is not going to wait around any longer, and he's shipping off in the morning, most likely. I'm glad to see you all made it back safely. Yeah.
Sweet.
You guys were in a bit of a battle. He is so unperceptive right now. I haven't rolled higher than 5.
Also, only with the lizard and the little one in the barrel.
Yeah,
was the one
actually,
who
like, took
actually
damage.
showed much signs of
Yeah.
battle.
And Usk just looks rough and tumble anyway. So
He's dripping wet as well. Like he's
Nice.
Some pool like coming
He's a
in.
crocodile. Like I think
Um,
crocodiles are always cut open and have like open sores and
Yeah.
scars.
just
yeah.
because it looks awesome.
Yeah.
If not, he's like making them himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're,
Today.
I prefer my deck be in decent order as well. If you don't mind cleaning up your scatterings here.
Oh yeah, sorry. While this conversation is probably having with myself, I am already gathering everything back up and
I'm
shoving it back
grabbing
into
my
her.
fish arms.
Tim's very gleeful.
It's like Jason's just like, they're still living. Seems quite odd. Those eels.
Tastes good.
They're just not. They're a little eel.
They're not living, that's for sure.
Well, if you are hungry, and I'm sure there's something still left in the kitchen down below. If you need anything else, I'll be at your disposal. And just walks back up to the top deck area.
Maybe now is a good time to show Davina to her new quarters.
Yes, what have we decided? Where am I to go?
We'll take the barrel. We'll take Usk.
Congratulations, Usk, you're upgrading to a better place.
More room, less noise.
Tips the top of that.
I guess you're with us.
Barrett, would you do the honors of showing this wonderful lady to our bunk? I will. I need to see a dwarf about some business.
Marva, maybe you should.
About that.
I'll come with you in a moment.
Just a friendly conversation.
Let's go to the room first, so less prying ears. Because I have an idea.
All right. Let's head down. Maybe we all convene in one room, if we can fit.
I'll stay in the hall.
If Usk is in the hall,
We're also side. Like, our rooms are side by side.
Yeah, they are.
there. Do we
Can I
need the ship
Is that
here?
a hole or something?
Bring the boat out.
Let's bring the boat out.
Bring the boat out.
All he has to do is just put his head through the wall.
So you guys are trying to chat in one room. Yeah. If so, down the hallway there is still like the night as well.
Yeah.
There's literally always someone outside the door in that. So he's just kind of leaning up and looks at you guys. They never really say anything. Wearing full armor and hood kind of pulled over.
These are the dwarves.
No. Just the Knights of Avondale.
Oh yeah.
As he's just always in the hallway there watching.
We could.
Actually, I think I'd like to talk, because I have no qualms of talking to the Knights of Avondale. I'd like to go up and once things are settled. You said you had an idea.
I have an idea. I have an
so
idea to
I'll
talk
talk
to the
to
dwarves.
I'll talk to you first about that. But
So, if this tabaxi, if is Lucia. She's pretending to be you.
Before we are get into the room and on our way down, I'd like to urge caution and quiet amongst all of us. We don't want to wake anybody when we sleep. Or alert anybody who
So,
Shoes how to keep quiet.
so if this tabaxi came over as a stowaway, pretending to be you, because Olin says that he's seen you. If
very possible.
what if I go over asking about that they were seen coming with you, without them seeing that you have actually come back? If we can get some information on where on the ship she might be, or if she's in the quarters.
Barrett, my dear man, I fear you soon that they are not in cahoots with the dwarves and this Tabaxi Lucille.
Well, obviously they're planning some shit together.
Is it though?
Well, I mean, there's no way that they would have just had you come over with them.
Maybe she was in disguise as myself and made friends. I am a
Well,
very
then
desirable friend amongst the ship.
Then they'd at least have maybe an idea, but I don't want to tip our hand that we know that there's that.
I like where your head is at, Barrett. I know what you mean. We don't want to show too many of our cards. We want to keep them close to our chest.
I don't know if they think that we're looking for you. Maybe they think oh, he's still on the island. She can be all the time now.
Barrett, I like your plan. I do.
I feel like
Look at all those chickens.
Where did you get the meat?
But I would like to speak to this guard at the end of the hall.
Oh, they don't.
I will go and speak to him. I will be back. And then we can enact the exact same plan we put forward. Does it sound reasonable?
Fine. Yeah.
I understand your caution and I respect it. So, who else is in the room with us right now?
Shoot, Davina.
Davina? Davina, we've only just met you, but we are connected by a bond. The same prophecy binds us.
That's indeed.
That being said, you could still be a traitor, and I do not trust you.
That being said.
Nor do I trust you.
I would have it no other way. Now, please don't steal my stuff, and I'm gonna leave the room.
Stop.
It's like on the bed, just like
Approach this
Legs
guard.
crossed,
See if
yeah.
I can't bribe some information.
I mean, it's easy enough. It's just down the hall from you. It's not far.
So I slink
10
down the hallway.
You see him kind of like straighten up as you come approach and kind of grab towards his weapon, which is at his side right now. You see this large battle axe slung low, and he kind of grabs his shield a little bit.
I'm gonna say, good evening, sir. I have a proposition for you. I wish to make a trade.
Smooth like chunky peanut butter.
Who will be up right
gotta keep him staffed.
Yeah, keep that.
Coming down.
Keep them
now?
honest.
Chase her.
Tell them that they keep
as-
them shut.
I thought it was a male.
As they lift their head, you see that it is female, and she kind of.
It's a male presenting.
Well, at the moment, it's a male. Just they all look the same. You could swap out if you like. As they tilt their head up, you see.
Okay, how I know the Knights of Avondale would all refer to each other by sir, regardless of gender, as is tradition in
Okay.
old Navy.
Okay, that sounds fair. As they
Sir,
turn their
as
head
in
up, you see.
like-
Yeah.
Sir, as in a rank above me, or
Yes.
just a ranked officer.
A night.
Yes. What is it that you need?
I do not wish to bother you or take up your time, but if I feel there's information you could provide me which would be very valuable to myself and would not harm anyone which you are aligned with.
Such as.
I believe there is one masquerading as myself aboard this ship. I simply wish to know, and as I do that, I clink 2 gold pieces between my fingers. I just wish to know if you have seen myself aboard this ship at any point in the night before this moment. And I pass the gold over, regardless of the answer.
She looks at the gold coins and. No, I haven't seen you other than right now and a moment ago when you all came down the stairs. You can keep your gold.
Free information is hard to come by. Would you be willing to part with a bit more?
What would you like? I might not have any for you, but I would be of aid if you say there might be a trespasser on board.
Yes, and a thief nonetheless. I believe she is another tabaxi such as myself, and has tricked others into believing that they are myself. Rightful passenger aboard the Breath of Arga. I pull out my ticket just in case she doesn't believe that. Have you seen another furred creature such as myself?
No, and I have not. I have been here most of the day. Perhaps kind of bangs on the door. You hear kind of like, Another gentleman opens the door. Rurik, excuse me, not Rurik, Romanius. Have you noticed another tabaxi who looks exactly like this tabaxi aboard the ship? At any point, you said tonight?
Yes, it would have been tonight.
No, I've been sleeping.
Is there no one on guard during the day?
I believe that I have been at my post all day and night. The other two, Monius, as you guys... Is that all? Yes, that's fine. You can go back to rest. And Kraos went aboard the King's Whip to help with the repairs all day and are quite tired. So I've been running a double shift. I've been here most of the day. It's been very quiet and very boring. Other than the 3 dwarves, I've seen no one else.
Are they very loud, these dwarves?
Not right now, but earlier they came back quite intoxicated, and, well, 2 of them came back quite intoxicated, and the other was relatively quiet, as I haven't seen her make more than a peep since she's been here. But the blonde-haired fellow, I have had to listen to his annoying voice most of the day and evening. Or evening, I suppose, since they've come back. By the sounds of it, they had quite a nice time.
Well, may your 9th bell come quickly. Your...
Well said.
I will leave you to the rest of your post. Thank you. You've been very... I'll go
My
back.
pleasure.
Go back
She
to the room.
kind of peeks out the small porthole to see, like, what kind of time of day it is a little bit. Leans back against the door with a big heavy lean.
Head back and relay this information to Barrett. And I guess, are you guys like are we supposed to be crowding into the same room as much as possible, or like are you convening right now?
How do you got a hole in the wall without obstructing the
Construct this ship.
structural integrity of this ship.
Make
No
me
power tools.
Just by two.
Say, make me an intelligence check as you kind of measure up the structure.
Just been too much.
Would you say this text counts as, since I'm trying to see if I can modify it, can I use my artificer's lore?
Yeah.
So,
This boat's gonna have legs when I'm done.
It's a Studio Ghibli friggin' movie.
and
Saga or
Baba Yaga.
yeah, so it's a 21.
Okay. You reckon you could
They-
probably
that's
make
not
a hole
suited
big
to
enough for
be
yourself without
That's fine.
compromising the
I
structural
want to make it
integrity?
basically a hole in the wall so that we can like see each other and be able to communicate without being in the same room, because Oost is a very large creature.
How big of a hole there?
Well,
You
if
can
I
make it
if I
up
can
to
make
your
one big
size.
enough for me to fit through,
Mhm.
I would like to do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll take a while and might make noise. You would know that
No,
though.
no, 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 no.
Yeah. Not right now, but
I know what I want.
you're sizing it up. If you want to
I am
start, you
sizing
can,
it
but
up.
you know that it will make noise as you're gonna have to
Measure
like
one,
saw
measure
through
once, cut
wood.
twice.
Unless you want to just make like a tiny hole.
But right now, I would just like to make a tiny hole.
That's easy enough. Make
Okay.
me a stealth check though.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a corkscrew crate.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a 6.
You start going in and it's like kind of hear the like thudding of wood like echo.
Am I on the other side of the wall? Just see this.
Possibly. You just
Yeah,
see
I
this.
want well, the least used to.
And it comes out like a cork.
As I've just uncorked a bottle of wine at the same time, I'm like,
Stop.
How big are we thinking? Like, yeah?
Yeah.
You
Like an eyeball.
See my tiny little face?
Yeah.
Say most of your face.
You see my,
Usk's
you see my,
eye.
you see my lips. Hello.
Hello, dude.
What?
You guys now have a small portholes.
I made it easy for us to talk. Hello.
Seems like yeah.
Yeah, I have no spatial awareness. I feel like we've gotten to that point already, though.
Can I just clarify the information that was given to me by the guard? They did not see any other tabaxi.
Did not see any.
Did they say that they only saw 2 dwarves come down?
They
of
saw the 3
They
dwarves.
saw
2 of them were drunk when they came in,
And
and
one
she,
was as
they said
quiet
that
as
the
usual.
lady was
Yeah.
not drunk though.
So,
But that doesn't mean that the tabaxi's not on board.
Right.
But they did. But that kind of flies in the face of what I was thinking of. They didn't come down with them, so they might know,
Where she is.
but it's probably not going to have any useful
Well,
information.
the woman might. The other two probably don't.
Back are also quite good at stealth.
It could be any. It could be anywhere on the ship by now.
Also, if she does know how to disguise herself to look like me, like she probably is looking like someone else right now. I feel like we have to go to the captain.
Hello.
That being said, it's kind of awkward
Just
going to the
keep
captain
doing it.
saying, "I think we have a stowaway on board," when we're hiding a stowaway on board.
Hey,
2.
according to Jason,
I have
Yeah.
official documentation.
yeah, and Jason thinks that is totally legit.
Yeah.
It's true.
Still
Okay, yeah,
has
it
my
is such a
ticket.
Oh, yeah, we have Jason to vouch for us.
Who still has my ticket?
I'd like to just whisper through the hole, like to bring Davina over, and just tell her to please be wary of the other elves. There are a number of elves on the ship. They do not like you and I. They would not see us in good light. So please,
They're
please
just
be wary of them.
jealous.
No, it's not about jealousy.
Tim
They will-
seeing
they will
Lucy
hunt
and
us
I-
down and get us.
Tim seeing
For
Lucy.
the sake of
Are we in the
that,
same room?
Maybe it's just
No, there's
maybe
a hole in the
alabaster
wall that you're
ones are
talking
okay,
to.
No, but
and then
you guys are
just-
kind of you're
No,
in 2
you're
rooms.
with me,
100% certain.
Chagra, and
Yeah.
you are in one.
Yes, this is exactly it. And Usk is just large, but he's in there.
Yeah, but he's in the room.
He's not there.
He's in there.
My
But
person's
for the sake of
Like, you
that,
get the
can you roll me a
whole-
history check, but at disadvantage because you have severe amnesia.
Right.
In my travels, elves
What you
are
doing?
very pompous.
What you
9.
Was that something?
Whatever Lucian's telling you, you're like,
Oh,
oh,
insight
I
check.
should be afraid of these elves, but that doesn't That seems weird to you.
I
Just do not like our kind, you and I. Like darker skinned dogs. Excuse me.
I am of alabaster skin.
Well, blue and pale. Oh, fine. You do you, girl. You do you.
You know that she doesn't look like the other elves. Like her skin is
Yeah.
much lighter. Her eyes, especially, are what give it away as well.
Yeah.
But she's not.
That you look different from like most the elves that live in Illyria.
Yeah. Just in your best interest, that's all I can say. If you don't trust them, do not talk to them.
I shall take your word into consideration.
Well,
Let's consider it.
I get off of the bed. Daddy's gonna go talk to somebody up on the top deck.
Daddy.
And
I do have a question for you. Is Farmer's stuff in the room? Like, is the mask that I made him still here?
The mask is.
I have to take that part. Yes.
Yeah, make another mask.
Yeah, for everything that's left over.
Yeah.
I'm piling it into the hammock with me to
Okay.
create a hole.
Like his equipment is gone, but just
the
the
stuff-
thing that you like his actual disguise mask is pretty much the only thing that you gave him, right?
That's pretty fucking impressive. So yeah, I'm gonna
Oh.
take that. Go in the hole.
Go in my hole.
I'll grab on the bear.
So what is
Yeah.
Depends if are you asking?
Are you asking character
Davina?
wise or are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, both.
I don't think we would have mentioned him out loud.
No.
At least I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Right.
Just sort of.
I was just asking.
Us, we never even met him.
Yeah, I know.
We
Yeah.
never met the real
We didn't
Farmer.
even
Yeah.
go drop off.
Not
that.
really. No.
The
Just
famous
Lucian.
Rue. She's
Yeah,
gone. I'm pretty
she's
sure.
already
Is
gone.
the
That's right.
doctor on the other ship?
I mean, you haven't seen her yet. but,
Okay.
Okay.
Right,
Well,
We should look.
side note then, what was he?
he was Minotaur. But
Oh, okay.
That she disguised as a horse.
pretty much. Yeah.
And I ran on my shoulders.
Stop.
Yes.
Was
Okay.
So you guys were.
Before you leave Barrett,
Really.
I think it's time
Right.
that I bring this to the captain. This is at the point where it's posing a threat to her crew, and if something is to break out, I need her to know that I do not want to jeopardize my own mission on the ship to save this artifact of Lady Red's.
I think we should wait until we cast off, so that way there's less of a chance of the stowaway dipping out. So if we wait until morning, get as much information as we can, then we bring it to her when she's awake and willing to hear us out.
I'm weighing the options here. But it seems like if it truly does jeopardize the safety of her crew and passengers, she will want to hear it in the middle of the night. And I also don't know the level of urgency. What if the thing that was stolen from Lady Red is life or death? I do not know.
But she wouldn't use it while she was on board. So that would put her in danger as well.
I don't know what it is. What if it is literally her heart?
Some
Yikes.
bullshit mystic
Um,
trinket.
Cheapers.
I feel like getting information first. So because if we go to the captain now, we have Sleepy's word that he brought you over earlier. That's all we have.
Yes. I fear that. I understand. I agree. More information is necessary, but I just worry that the more time we delay, the more we are implicated as being guilty.
Callie has been probably up there most of the
I
night.
say,
There's got one track behind
go
you.
interrogate. Go have your conversation.
If she can see, she sees the whole ship.
Yes.
If she's seen something, if she's seen you or another
She would know,
tabaxi
and
before, she would have.
She will trust you and let you know.
And then we have another crew member who can back up our claim. We have Sleepy who says that he brought you over earlier, and we have Callie who said that she's
It's like
seen
a
you
dwarf
earlier. But you came over with us, so that's just more than less
It will be the piece of proof that will
Yeah,
drive
exactly.
the nail into the coffin. Yes.
Because I don't believe sleep.
He might just be sleepy.
Because
Poor Olin. He probably has like this whole backstory and purpose, and he's just like this.
And we call him Scabby.
He's a human, but he's a sleepy dwarf now.
he's human, he has no backstory.
Barrett, go find out what you can. I will stay here, and I will remain hidden.
Yeah. I make my way out of the room and upstairs
Okay.
and towards the mass.
You see Callie up there. She's
Hey, baby.
good evening.
Ding, 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 ding.
Can I talk to you for a second?
She like glances over towards Jason to kind of like repels down and thuds next to you. Profitable day?
It's been a day, yes.
Coming back so late. It must have been a fun day. Stories?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, please. And it's been a long night. Maybe another song?
This little slut.
You know I can't say no.
I thought not.
We're all thinking it.
I'm gonna take up my lead.
Okay.
I'm gonna start.
She's acting like a lady of the night.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Get ready for this.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to work in making what we have done so far on the island into a song.
Okay. Roll me a performance check.
Yeah.
Oh. Yikes. It doesn't rhyme.
We bet.
So that's 14.
I mean, you know, it's
Terrible.
there's parts of it that are a bit clunky, but it's not terrible.
I'm
The
working
tune
on
is good.
I'm working on it.
She kind of like, you fought fish creatures?
I couldn't get a good look, but
Did you slay one, you said in a song?
blow its mind.
With your words?
Yes.
You wouldn't do that to any of us, would you?
Oh no, obviously not.
Good, good.
So I have a question for you.
Please, yes.
You've
anything.
been. I'm assuming you've been on duty all night.
Yes.
Have you seen a tabaxi around the ship that wasn't the one that I came on with? That I came with there a little bit ago.
Well, I suppose. No, just the Kushandra, yes, is his name.
Yes. You only seen him when he came back with me.
Just now or
Yes.
earlier?
Just now, because when we went to the islands, he didn't come back before we just came back.
Oh no, I believe he did. Yes. Did he not with you?
If you recall my tale, he was throwing daggers in the ocean.
But he.
Oh, I tried.
Very funny.
Water.
Ah, well,
Nice.
I must be mistaken then.
That's where I went.
So you
I thought he came back earlier, but I guess not.
you're the second person to say that. I believe there's somebody posing as him.
How?
I'm assuming that a disguise of some sort.
To
To
disguise
what end? I'm not sure.
as an entirely different person?
Yeah.
Roll me a
She's hiding.
roll me a persuasion check.
She's hiding.
Ooh. Plus 8 or plus 6, so that's another 14.
We should probably bring this to just a moment. Actually, 1 second.
Yeah.
Goes up to Jason at the top deck and kind of like you see them talking amongst each other and kind of points to you and then he's like comes down with her. What's all this I heard about stowaways now? I thought we discussed that there were no stowaways earlier.
Well, it's come to my attention that Callie, as well as Olin,
Who's still at top deck and you kind of
had both seen my cabin mate come back earlier, but he was with me the entire time.
and there's another who can vouch for this?
The entire 6 that I came with, we were all together the entire time. I couldn't go off of just Olin's recollection of coming back, so that's why I needed to talk to Cal. So I have 2 of your crew saying that they seen him, Kashagra, earlier, but he was with me the entire time.
Olin?
Oh yeah, that seems right, sir. I could have sworn I already brought that cat aboard.
Wait here a moment. Kelly, keep a sharp eye. He goes, knocks on the captain's door. Looks back and kind of, after a few moments, knocks harder. A few minutes later, eventually the door opens and the captain is like a nighty, kind of like, very sorry to disturb you. May I come in a moment?
So like Sherry
I don't want to make Callie jealous.
And he pulls out like, actually roll me a perception check. See him reach into his chest for a moment before he very well opens the door and he goes inside and they disappear. It's just you and Callie on deck with a few other crew, of course. Best not go anywhere.
Did you said maybe should we get Kashagra?
We should just wait for Jason to come back. While this is happening, is there anything you guys would like to be talking about down below deck?
Just in a room with Davina.
Yep.
With a hole in
With a hole in the wall.
Yeah, I'll be like,
Oh, you're welcome.
She's like peering in.
that's
Oh, she's in her hammock.
not what it looks like. It's for. I sleep in the hammock.
Because it's also probably like 2 feet tall too.
Yeah, I thought of that.
You lot look like you
Oh my gosh!
are looking for.
It's not what it looks like it's for.
Hey
For
man,
listening.
Tim will tell you it's exactly what it looks like.
It's a talking hole.
Yeah, exactly.
It's for talking.
Put your mouth up to it. Say something to do it.
The glory of speech.
Anybody over there?
I know my friends who is talking nowadays, but
Oh my god. I think Lucine and I are gonna go find Cassian.
Yeah.
Or at least try to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta get
To give the Stannis through.
So after a few minutes, you guys will leave and go top deck.
Okay.
Kashagra, Davina, are you guys talking about any Usk or what are you doing?
I'm making javelins out of his arms. Using my cunning artisan.
Oh snap! You're just starting to build
Oh, yeah.
javelins.
Oh, they sweet.
And they speak.
Stripping flesh, carving bones, and yeah. I think
And
they're
every
still-
time it makes a little yell.
It's my voice. It's
Oh,
Tim's
that's
voice.
so funny.
So it sounds like Tim's being dismembered.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm too young.
So Usk is actually chuckling a bit of this.
Oh, that's so great.
Every time
just
you
sitting there
pause
like,
Well,
Did you just hear this all through the hole?
yeah, it's coming through the hole.
Yeah.
every time he touches.
did I get my?
Tony, you killed me!
Davina,
My head
what
exploded.
what god do you follow? Are you an acolyte of? Which of the children of Mora do you follow? Was it death? Death or Nita, the goddess of night.
Death.
Good choices. I mean, we didn't get a chance to discuss that yet.
I'm sorry,
I have
I didn't mean to
dog-
put you on the spot.
all good.
It's like
All
I
good.
have dog interests.
There are those who fear death. One of Mora's main children.
Are you one of those?
No, I am no particular child of any of the gods. I am a child of the stars. I prefer to listen to all of the gods, all of the pieces of Mora that wish to speak to me.
Man of faith.
But there are those who are uncomfortable with the idea of this particular god. But death has its place amongst the ranks. It is a respectable, definitely a respectable god to follow.
Well, thank you.
Of course, of course. I respect anybody who
This
their life forward.
here is the symbol of death. If you want to know,
That's
that's
like
what-
fish bones right there.
that's what your pendant
You know, you're
would be. Is upside down.
That's
Handed
actually
you
pretty
perfectly good
close.
and use
What I
making.
I know it was
That's
like
my blood all
Yeah,
over.
this
So that's my holy
So
symbol.
I drew
That's what your symbol
symbols
is,
of the
yeah.
gods.
Okay.
And
As soon
you
as
can
I-
see death in the top left-hand corner. That was my based on the
The
description that you
undead.
did.
That looks awesome.
Screaming's pretty close.
So yeah, it's upside down triangle of bones basically.
Yeah, there are a lot of people afraid of death, but
I'm wondering if they would go away once
It's
all
an
the skin
important part of the
or if it's still being
pantheon.
viewed as
Death's quiet and his life.
I love it. I think we should keep it because it's glorious.
Keep
Most kids just
The
collecting
voices
all
of the
sorts of
bones.
shit.
I know, right?
Talking fish spears. So barrel.
I'm going to draw that.
Talking fish spears.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna see if we're right, dude.
So while you guys are kind of talking about gods and you're inquiring a little bit more about Davina's religions and things like that, you guys eventually make your way up to the top deck and you see Callie and Barrett just kind of standing there, and she kind of. Good evening. You guys are going to find Cassie? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you've always found her in the kitchen for the most part, so that's instinctively where you would
That's
go.
her jam right there.
Kitchen.
So you guys go down. You're just using the mask to
So use a
right?
mask, and I think I've still got the clowny
The clown
gloves.
gloves. I
Please
had
don't- okay,
thought of
sweet.
making you gloves as well, so we'll see.
They have frilly things around the edges.
Oh, I was
but, you
hoping
know.
maybe Billy. Yeah, I'll make that.
So you guys go to the front,
Probably.
go down the staircase.
Yeah.
Just be worried about my phone.
You
go
feel
down
the
the other
tug on the
staircase.
very, very end of your
Alright.
cloak as you walk as well. That's me.
Nice. That was fast. Before you go down the hallway, and it's very quiet aboard the ship at the moment. As you kind of creak down the hallway, heading in, you see a shadow coming from inside of the kitchen, and a red tail kind of flick a little bit as you walk down the hallway.
The hand is
Just
removed from the
giant-
cloak and is now on your arm.
It's all right, Tim. Must
See-
find our Cassie.
Cruel's head like lean back. You see just like the dark horns. Tiefling.
I'm interested in those horns.
And then
How much?
leans back to what he was doing, and you can kind of hear like a little bit of cutlery go ting, ting, slamming a mug down. Yeah, edge ferret.
Yeah, literally.
Should we talk to the cook? Do you have a nice rapport with this gentleman?
Sorry. Yeah, so I kind of, I like, Tim kind of, she shakes her arms off of, yeah, exactly, like,
Get psyched out for this.
yes. Follow my lead.
Oh, love that.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So she'll walk into the kitchen,
Yep.
brave face, and goes to
Lucian,
the.
you're going as well, or just in?
I'll be up there.
Oh no,
but, like,
she definitely wants you to
Yeah.
follow her.
Oh, yeah.
You're being
she's giving
dragged
up that
along.
She's saying all the words.
But
Gotcha.
You can't.
So you see Cruel kind of
Or
like
just like-
elbows on the table, hunched over like a plate of chicken, just kind of like.
she kind of walks in like very like awkwardly, like she doesn't know what to do with her arms and her legs, like kind of like
I'm used to being in a barrel.
yeah, like doesn't really know what to
Awkward
do. So-
sway, like dead ass.
Yeah, her arms are like straight. Like,
Why do people do this walking thing all the time?
she goes up to the counter. There,
There's currently just cruel. There's actually no cook or anything, but you see on the stove there's a pot, and he kind of like,
There is chicken. Boiled.
Did you cook it, sir? Ma'am. Ma'am.
Your lips do not move when you talk.
It's a party trick.
roll me a deception with disadvantage.
I'm sure Tim's hands do like the jazz hands. Like,
Well, okay, maybe not disadvantage for jazz
maybe not
hands.
disadvantage. Jazz hands.
Jazz hands that saved the day.
Of 11 for my oh no, sorry, 13. That's the other way. 13. Not -1 +1.
Spare fingers.
Party trick.
Practice with my cohort, yeah.
Starts like ripping, like he's ripping pieces of meat off and like.
Ways? Have you seen people for that?
Like a lovely
The less sociable of the tieflings on board.
Was quiet before.
Hate to interrupt your silence, so we will be going now, right now. Come along now, Tim. No.
Yes. Gnome.
Tim.
No words needed.
Tim, no.
Gotta find this doctor.
Cruel.
Puts his hand out,
She grabs it like starts shaking. Yeah, exactly.
pulls it away like.
Good.
It is enough.
Me too. I'm looking for the doctor on board, Cassian, I believe. It's probably fish. Have you seen her?
Seen him.
No.
Well,
Doors.
Come along now.
okay.
All right. On that note, bon voyage. All right.
Guys bailing.
For your bailing out of there.
What?
So scary.
But she'll like poke her head back in and
See his tail kind of flick a little bit, and he throws a piece of chicken in the air.
can I grab it?
Roll me a dexterity check.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Are you gonna take literal food out of this man's mouth? Stab.
Not Tim's into it actually.
Sword.
The weirder, I think the more comfortable she
Yeah,
becomes.
that's fair. That's
That's
Okay.
You catch it in your mouth? Yes! He's like, you can hear him kind of.
Zizek. You have competition.
That's my assistant, everyone.
Did something really cool
said,
and then
Zizek.
stuck the landing.
Yes.
Zigzag?
Kind of chuckles.
Like this one.
Yo, I got a name of cool guys.
Both of
God, what
us
about
roll
you?
me a quick perception check as well.
Both of us?
Yep.
That's an 11.
That's a 22.
I want to get out.
Yo, me and Cooler homies now.
Can you speak Abyssal?
No, I can't.
He mutters something.
Sorry? One more time?
Not to you.
Oh, we didn't stop her from asking what.
No, definitely
Yeah.
didn't.
And looks at you and.
Very funny.
Well,
Tim, I believe that's our cue.
okay.
Pleasure to meet you. That's up and out. Names aren't important. All right, goodbye.
Oh no, I got his name.
Oh, I know you did. I did not personally give my name. That's fine.
Yes, let us continue on.
Can we go to the top deck to see if we can find?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say by the time you guys come back up, at this point, Jason is coming back out of the captain's quarters. Zovra is behind him, now dressed. So, Mr. Barrett, would you like to give your side of this story for me for a moment? If you would like to, for the interest of time, if you're going to say exactly what you've told him, word for word.
So, there yesterday, the five of us left to the island. We came back, and on our way back, we were told that my cabmate Kachara came back earlier, but he was with us the entire time. And then Callie just told me that she's seen him earlier as well, but he was with us the entire time on the island.
Nothing else? Perhaps pulls out a ticket, unveils it. Perhaps I should meet this other passenger as well.
Well, she came. We found her at the tavern, and she had a ticket for. Well, we were running late. She thought that she missed the boat for the second pickup.
Roll me a deception check.
Put the shovel down.
That is a 23.
Disregard.
Oh, pick that shovel up. Pick that shovel up, boy. Keep digging. We are going to check.
Like, you
not
were
that
digging.
high.
No, it's not.
I was like, this is making me look really bad.
She rolls it back up.
But sus.
Can we be
Seems
here?
to be in some order.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll probably start making our way up towards this.
Yeah, you guys
Noticing that this is kind
are
of
top
happening.
deck.
Yeah, we're going to be with this conversation.
Yeah, there are
You guys come around.
Voices of screaming
Um,
from the cabin.
Kelly, if you would like to go and wake the rest of the crew, we're going to do a head count. The rest of you stay here. Jason, get the other side of the ship, wake everybody up. Except, of course, yes. Yes, of course, not Kevin 1, yes. Right away. Goes downstairs, goes to your guys' room and bids you up to come up to the top deck. I need everyone to come aboard to the top deck here for head count.
How's my been going so far?
He's coming downstairs to your two rooms, and we'll do that to each room.
Okay.
Knocks on the door.
Waiting for Barrett to finish his conversation with Callie, and then report
Really?
back to me before we make any decisions.
Comes down. Jason goes. I'm going to need you aboard, and everyone as well. Especially you.
She's a.
And knocks on the dwarf's door.
Oh, I saw it.
Head count, top deck. And Callie comes back as well. Eventually, several minutes to gather the whole crew, of course.
You seen the other one?
Okay, I'm gonna get ready.
What did he say?
For combat. I'm gonna like string
Your
my bow,
friend.
put my daggers like.
I hope that's not true.
Cue montage.
Yeah, Batman prep montage. And just I put my cloak over all of it to try and obscure it, and I'm gonna go upstairs.
Busk.
When he comes to knock on the door, all he hears is still
And
tiny
you're making
screaming.
friends.
You're like currently just ripping the flesh off of one bone and like like a little bit of meat hanging from your lip. What? Top deck. Doing a head count.
One. Here. Stay.
Make me an intimidation check.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I have one hit.
I am here.
That's 18.
That'll be fine. You just stay put there.
As we're all just standing around, I'm continuously trying to get Tinder to tell me what did the crew say while we.
I don't know that you would have known that crew was down there.
Well, but I guess.
Oh, you did, okay.
I asked him, and then
You guys can have a conversation while the crew is getting gathered up. You guys can have a quick sidebar. Zovra is nearby, mind you, though. So
Oh well, he threw some chicken at my face and I ate it, and Then he spoke something to someone that I didn't see. I mean, you didn't see it either, right? Yeah,
And no expression on the face either.
we're cool. We're like bros now.
She barely talks to me, but she'll talk to.
I don't know what to tell you.
The chicken.
It's the chicken.
A little bit of meat
That
bribery.
wasn't chicken.
See Cruel coming up as well, having the two elves.
So as soon as somebody comes to me and says we're doing a head count, I think I would infer that something has been announced, like it's, and I would be going up deck and I'd be trying to make my way straight to the captain.
Sure.
Because I am the face that is arguably has a double on board, so I want to be the first of the captain.
Okay, so
I'm
Zova's up there waiting, and for everyone to, as people are kind of coming.
Hello, captain.
Shagra.
I am sorry that you have been awoken tonight. Most disturbing news.
We shall see. Seems you have a duplicate aboard, perhaps.
I am not aware of what you've been told, but I believe that this person is also a thief, holding something that belongs to a very dear friend of mine.
Who is this friend of yours? Do I know
We
this
made
person?
the reason we went ashore was for myself to visit my Lady Red, an old teacher of mine living on the island. She is a mystic.
I've heard Skip speak of her before. I'm aware.
She is more practical than the average crewman will make her out to be, but she very much so is missing something which belongs to her. And I would very much appreciate if we could find that which she lost.
And you believe this duplicate of yours is responsible for this?
It is a very disconnected set of breadcrumbs, but it
Indeed.
does seem to be the most likely case, yes.
We shall find it.
Nothing is
As-
for certain.
As people continue to come up, but literally everyone will be aboard, except for Usk, of course, he's gotten an out. You see Jason kind of have a sidebar with Sober as he comes back up, and the lizard is accounted for. Very good. He is quite difficult to get in and out. That will do. Unless, of course, this is hiding in his belly. That will suffice. As eventually everyone is aboard. She kind of... So, it seems as though we have potential stowaway aboard. I would like to hear from anyone if you have seen anything unusual before we continue. As you see Skip kind of going around, he's got like his little nightcap on and kind of like little candle in one hand. And, well, Captain, you want me to do a count up then? Yes, Skip, if you don't mind. Please, hurry up.
I look around to see if I can find Cruel on top deck as well.
He's up there.
I'm just kind of.
Standing towards the farthest back that he can.
Yeah.
The elves, however, though, are also up there too.
I'm keeping my eyes on him.
Me too.
And Davina, you're up there as well.
I'm up there close to these guys, like just kind of like tucked.
Roll me a
Not like hiding, but like just like
not hiding.
not hiding, but I'm just kind of like.
You should hide.
Trying.
As you're not hiding,
Trying to
you
hide
hear
in
Lucian
plain-
say you should hide.
I'm
Hiding in plain
I'm
sight.
trying to like just kind of
Blend in.
blend it.
Roll me a stealth check. And you're disguised at the moment, so
Yeah.
should be okay.
The three dwarves on that. Yep. How do they look? Do I?
Two of them look
Drunk.
really fucking rough right now. Like they
The
definitely
one-
got
the
woken up.
The stoic one. Can I get a read off of her? Does she look? Is she looking like straight at me, or
9.
like just? I feel like of
Oh,
of
no,
the
no, no.
three,
No,
she
no, no.
probably
No,
looks-
it's upside down. It's a 6.
12.
Better.
Upside down.
30% better.
I would say she glances towards you and kind of like gives a friendly wave. But
The dwarf.
the one. The other two look like
Still not sure if they're in on it or if they were also bamboozled. Those are both
especially the like blonde dwarf who you played CeeLo with. He's like and like has a moment where he throws up over the side of the boat for a
It's going to
second.
be me in the tavern and befriended them as me.
Right.
and then came back to the ship. I think.
Yeah.
So
Especially
they
where
might
she
have
met
no
you and she
idea
knows what you
that
look
she's
like.
going.
Yeah, exactly.
So, as a few minutes pass, as Skip is doing the count up on everything, and Jason also doing a second count up to get the numbers assured, you see Cruel kind of like getting a little bit upset with the fact that he's not allowed to do whatever he wants right now. And the two elves, who look very tired, actually, very worn out, are like. Everybody looks pretty sleepy, but eventually, so Skip comes. Well, everybody's accounted for. We're weirdly enough, I thought we were going to be -1 because of the fellow that we shipped over, but we're actually on even numbers now. Yes, there is a replacement passenger. It seemed we were meant to pick up here. Pulls the ticket out again. I will have to check my books again to find where I missed that. But that's good. And she kind of talks. You three. Pointing towards the dwarves, and you see the one blonde guy throwing up over the side.
Thanks.
Maybe you, and points to the female dwarf with the sort of small round face and like red braided hair, is very shy. It seems that you have made passage with this Kushagra earlier in the evening. Can you attest to this? Just nods quietly. You were not with them. You are certain?
I have never interacted with these three.
Very well. Closer inspection is required. Their disguises. We will find them. And Zovra herself goes
Yikes.
to each person on the ship individually and begins to examine them for disguises.
I
Since
I have a disguise kit on me that I just.
clearly you are not using this at the moment.
How do you know that I'm not human?
Pulls on your horn.
Frick!
I just had a feeling.
Uh,
Eventually makes their way to you, Lucian, where she kind of pokes away at you. Your face is very stale, motionless.
I have a mask containing my condition. Just a skin condition. Feels like frightens, but tis I, Lucian.
Might I see?
Of course. I just sort of mar it and a little bit open to the side.
Very good. Not a tabaxi. Goes over to everyone else. No one else is technically disguised.
Yeah, because I don't have any spell slots left. So.
Did
I
you
had that
try and
going.
hide that from the elves that are on board?
Well, I was just doing it to her. I'm assuming we're in like a
A
line.
little cage.
You're kind of. It's just a big crowd, and she like kind of calls each one of you up, and you take the inspection, and then move back into the crowd, basically kind of one by one, essentially moving her way through. But eventually, she makes her way through the entire crew. It takes like an hour for all of this to happen, as everyone is standing very annoyingly on the top of the ship. But eventually, she gets through everyone. No one else is holding a disguise of any kind. She kind of. Well, all things accounted for. Seems everything is in order. Very curious. Whispers something to Jason, who kind of like, I don't know, Captain, it's a mystery.
Captain,
Beret,
I don't want to overstep my bounds.
please.
But I want to make it so that we. Oh, cards are on this table. Is there any way we can be for sure that you are who you are?
I don't know this man.
Make me a
I don't know the
persuasion
shit.
with disadvantage, because this is.
Called out.
Just hear these from the back.
19.
Well, takes her hat off and lets her hair down a little bit. Kind of.
Go you.
I am as I am.
I look at Callie. I look at Jason. I haven't really seen the captain with the hair down. Seems right.
Jason kind of like, it's her.
I meant no offense.
Not at all. I would hate for me to feel above the rest of the crew in this regard.
That would have been some shit.
Be certain. Well, sorry for the disruption of the evening, everyone. We will be keeping a sharp eye for any more misdeeds, but until then, while I have everyone here, it is worth noting that all ships are repaired and ready to sail out in the morning, which is in a few hours. Looks up at the sky as you see, like, the very, very beginning of the day, beginning to break the night. Until then, everyone, keep to yourselves, and if you see anything aboard the ship that is suspicious, continue to bring it to the attention of myself, Jason, or Skippy.
Yes.
Kushagra, if I could have you for a moment before
But of course, Captain. Yes.
the rest of you. Have a good night.
So the entire time like that search was happening, I would have had my eyes like locked on the female dwarf. But I've seen her acting suspicious in any way, or uncomfortable, or
Roll me an insight check.
like I'm highly suspicious of her.
Sound like a dwarf not to right?
Yes.
I mean, she seemed about the same amount of nervous as the rest of the people up there, who were like, I don't know what's going on right now. I really hope I'm not guilty of something that I don't know about, type of thing. Maybe, yeah, but unfortunately not a good roll for that. For a moment, though. This won't be long.
Yes, Captain. But in your chambers, or
Yes.
I will see you there.
You'll have privacy there.
I meet her in her chambers.
Okay, so
Close the door. Like this.
Oh,
Is Jason there with us, or is it like
just
the two
her
of
and
us?
just you.
Okay.
So you see a table to the side, you see a desk to the right with a chair kind of pulled out, and a small, well, actually a very large chest tied and stationed into very nearby to where the desk is. You see a few papers and things like that across the desk, maps.
Is she sitting or is she standing?
She stands at the moment and then kind of gestures for you to sit down at the table.
Take a seat.
Kushagra, this is very concerning for me. Whoever is aboard, whether they're here or not, if they are certainly good at hiding their presence, none the wiser. But you mentioned some of the crew and the voyage. It has been many years. She sits down. You see a bottle on the table, which she pours a glass, passes it over to you, pours herself a glass of this like nice, rich, dark red wine. Kind of smell it. It's got a big nose.
Whatever.
Might as well.
No, no.
Might as well.
Be in character.
Do you want some wine?
This is, I believe, the cup I was using.
There you go.
And if not, then it is now.
Let's share a cup while we discuss
lovely.
sharing a cup.
Can I ask just two questions before
Sure.
you continue with this conversation? One, did we see the Knights of Avondale on the top deck during that inspection? And two, did I see Cassian?
You did see Cassian. But you did not see the Knights of Avondale. If you want to have a quick hello to her.
No, we're
before
good.
we do this.
No. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, but she is there.
This is
But the Knights were the
quite
ones on the
rich red wine.
Yeah.
Like a red rose. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. The best.
It is,
There you go, man.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it. He's from Rodolph. As with most of the bottles that I like to keep in stock, particularly good growing area. somewhere near Borthro, I believe, but still in Rodolph, far away. I have been a bit nervous, and tonight's events have made me slightly more nervous than I was before. As again, it had been many years since my last voyage to the Heart. It is not without its own reasons, of course. The crew mentioned that you do readings.
Yes, that is my profession.
I would be interested if you are getting any readings pertaining to the voyage moving forward, as tomorrow we are shipping off to the great vast ocean. It would be nice to know if there's any more hardships ahead of us, especially under these new circumstances. Please, would you be willing to perform
Certainly.
this for me?
I can tell you that so far, all my readings have been more concerning my own path, not the path of the ship itself. But consult the cards. Bring out my cards and do a little shuffle. I let you draw a card.
She kind of like, I am not accustomed to this sort of.
Well, you know,
It is not
some
magic, yes?
No, some people believe there is more power in the cards than they actually hold. There are indeed answers in these cards, but the answers come from within. The cards are the window which you look through to observe these answers. And I am your guide to show you which window to look through.
Will it be able
Help
to
explain what you see.
present any insight onto some of the passengers that are aboard my ship?
Perhaps, sometimes the cards are more specific and more vague, and you'd never really know until you start your reading. Is there someone in particular that has been worrying?
Some more than others, but the other tiefling, it's made me and the other crew members quite nervous.
I'm sorry, I can't show you where I look.
Your companion is quite different than this one, but
Understand.
nonetheless, I have known very few of these tieflings in my day, and the crew themselves have seen even fewer, if not any at all. And being that
Tend to be more superstitious than the rest. And the tieflings have always had a knack
she
for
kind of fiddling with the necklace that she has around her neck, you see a shape of a lightning bolt and like a thundercloud carved into it.
Yes, makes sense. Now, there is one more piece of information that I haven't given you. I think it is best if you have all pieces of the puzzle. The
course.
person masquerading as myself, I believe to be the same thief I was hunting down on the island in Cask Cove. I believe her to be a tiefling. Sorry, a tabaxi. Looks, but not exactly like myself. A female presenting.
Is this common of your kind to be able to shade?
This is something that she has learned somewhere else.
Hmm.
However, I fear that she is dangerous. She is pointed in her motives. Zolra, if you will, just touch the deck for me. Tap the top. You are the captain of this vessel. You command the energy of our future. Draw the top card. Tell me what it is you see.
See a man who is upside down.
Let us see. What do we see here?
He holds a stick.
Ah, yes, the Two of Clubs. Here we have a man holding the world in his hand. The club represents a man of the people, a working man, shepherd, somebody who guides others. We see him troubled, looking out over his kingdom. And he seems to be contemplating, weighing a decision. I believe this man represents the authority that you hold. There is perhaps a difficult decision coming for you in the future. This is not a bad omen. This is merely a warning.
Cool.
That's cool.
Take it as you will, Captain. Only you know the answers that this card holds.
She says,
Take a note of the wind in the background. What do you see?
the witch.
The environment around him. What do you see in the background?
I see mountains and a lake. It is not
Do you see
dissimilar
any
to
dark-
Cask Cove,
Do
actually.
you see any dark clouds rolling in? Voracious winds?
I do not.
Seas crashing up against the earth? It is a calm earth behind him.
Very.
I believe this is a good omen for our travels.
Comforting.
The troubles that we will see will be introspective. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
The storms of the sea and I are well acquainted, and I can handle those. It is the introspective, as you say, that does concern me. I have learned a few things over the years, not much, but if I were to say to you, and in Thieves' Cant, she's going to, in like broken Thieves' Cant, she's going to say, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do have tea occasionally with the Queen. Do you ever take sugar with your tea?
Very rarely, but I have been known to dabble for communication purposes. If this is something that you are a part of, and this can be
Just
avoided,
send the affirmative by clicking my glass appropriately.
I believe that there are many individuals who are taking passage on my ship that do not that wish to hide who they truly are. This is no business of mine, so much as they keep it to themselves. Can I count on you to keep your business to yourself?
I am a professional captain for duty, and I am in your debt for providing safe passage to the heart, which is what I would wish above all else.
Would
I
you-
will be.
I have your friend. I have been hearing that he is talking with Kelly quite a bit.
It's Usk, he is quite the lady.
Oh my god.
She has not been able to discern any negative qualities from him, as I am happy to hear.
No negative qualities.
But I'm wondering if you might be able to find out more from this other tiefling. He is very mysterious, and I would like to know more about him at the surface level if possible. Can I ask this of you?
You may ask of me anything you wish, Captain. If there is something that is potentially harmful to you or your crew, you can be assured that I would be the first to bring it to your attention.
She kind of puts her glass up. Cheers.
To Arga, may we have safe travels on her seas, under her seas.
Indeed.
Doing Usk.
Thank you,
hard.
Kushagra. That will be all.
Bow gracefully.
And leave. The rest of you guys, while that was happening on deck, as most of everyone finds their way back to their room, except for a few crew. Is there anything else you'd like to be doing atop deck, though?
I feel like we're exhausted. Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've been
Probably
running
really
full
tired.
paced
I am.
all night.
For like 24 hours. Right?
After that, like, I immediately slunk back down to the cabin because I'm
Yeah.
like, no attention.
It's time to sleep.
I'm gonna go back to the hammock and I get
Gonna
inside
try
holding
it.
holding the horse mask.
I wait for Jogger to get back. I'm just sitting on the bed.
Come back down to the cabin. slowly try to be stealthy, but there's someone. It's mom and dad waiting for me. As I
Do I smell wine on your breath?
Are you drunk?
No.
Have you been drinking?
The captain wished to have a few words with you.
Yeah.
Just a couple of insecurities that needed ironing out. Reassurances.
You ironed out her insecurities?
It's nothing like what you do with the ladies' matters. This was simply a cordial glass of wine between a captain and a member of her crew, member aboard the ship. Right.
We can hear this.
Oh yes, of course.
Disappointed I wasn't invited.
I'm like looking over my
Well,
We call it a victory hole.
no, I will have you know they are nervous of the presence of the tieflings.
She kind of pokes her head out of her stomach.
People often have these superstitions. You know, I would think nothing of it.
I try to give a better outward feeling, but then you have this asshole on the ship. This, oh, look at me, I'm miserable.
Well, we don't really know Cruel's true intentions, do we?
Yeah!
He's not your friend!
We will see. I'm hesitant to make judgment quickly.
Her concerns with me, they weren't.
There was nothing mentioned of yourself. Yeah, you are in the clear for now.
I think I bullshitted my way pretty well on
But we
getting
will
Some
need
pretty clutch rolls.
things
Yeah.
under wraps.
Like, what if Galley is one that we should be looking at? She's very inquisitive about members of the ship here.
Why would Sally out the intruder if she was also the intruder?
Maybe she's been here the whole time. This is her first voyage with the ship.
She was the lookout.
Yeah, but she stayed on the ship when we left.
Do we know that?
No.
We just have her word on the drunk.
She was off duty when you guys left because it was day, and Stan is the day boy.
Day man.
And perhaps, in order to cover her own tracks, she made up the lie that Owen once told us that she thought due to oust herself from being even out.
But that's
There are no stupid questions.
Well,
But all theories are valid until proven false.
But I feel like the captain would have checked her crew as well. Just like I'm sure she does. She doesn't let Callie and Jason off of not being checked if I called her out on not checking herself.
Perhaps Callie has been replaced.
Oh, she checked everybody, yeah. Like
Yeah.
crew and everybody, like a physical pat-down inspection, like, are you a disguise? Yeah, including all of you guys.
Okay.
Except for Usk, who was downstairs
I know.
being Usk.
Chewing on bones.
I'll record myself so I can start playing.
Oh, yes.
Please.
Please, my family. Think of my children.
So what does she want now?
Somebody, please think of the
She
children.
was looking for reassurance. She is worried about our voyage and her crew. She wished for a reading from myself, something to reassure her. I gave her enough of an ill omen to keep her satisfied in her out. She's looking for something to latch on to.
So if this Tabaxi is on board, there's no way that she's not found. Within days, you would think.
It is very possible that they have eluded me for now. But I still have hope.
Can you sense one another?
This is not a power that we possess. No.
No dumb
Yeah.
questions.
For now, we must stay the course and
So
head
we-
to the Heart of Mora.
So we have an evil me. We have an evil you. If we come across any more evil versions of us, I'm just going to jump over the ship.
here's open.
Ears open.
Why is she's friends with evil me, but not me.
Maybe you're the evil one.
Maybe it is.
I like that this is just happening through a small hole as well. We can't actually see each other.
We have a functional glory hole in the wall, and we're just now all able to communicate.
So is there any other business you'd like to attend to in the evening
No,
before you
it's
guys
trans
pass
time.
out?
It's morning, is it? Now?
It's like 2 hours from morning, maybe.
I'm-
like
No,
I'm going to
it's
meditate.
getting early.
Same.
Get my spell slots back.
I'm going to sleep.
You can hear Tim snoring.
I feel like it probably sounds like a freaking like
Taking up the whole bed, just like.
like a between Usk and Tim, just like who's louder.
Oh, definitely you.
I'm just like serenity now.
You're lucky you don't have to meditate. You're lucky you don't have to sleep.
Sounds like a sea monster.
It is.
It is.
Tim is.
Basically.
Yeah, she likes
You're a
to
mythical sea monster.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else anyone needs to discuss in the evening, you guys begin to rest, sleep,
Spell slots.
and you will get a long rest. Mind you, it's not as it was before. If you do have missing hit points, it's maximum hit die plus con bonus, and your level, that's how many hit points you get back.
But I'm.
What about hit dice back?
Oh, you'll get all your hit dice back.
Okay.
Mind you, I don't think anybody used them because there was no short resting or anything
It was
like
also
that.
just
But that is where we will end tonight's session.
Nice.
Guys, good mystery session.
Yeah, that was
Good
good.
mystery. Lot of,
Mystery and.
Mini-World Masters Heart of Mora is recorded in Chibuktuk, in Mi'kmahi, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the Treaties of Peace and Friendship, which recognizes Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqiyik title and establishes rules for what is to be an ongoing relationship between nations. We are all treaty people, and proudly support working and cooperating together to create a peaceful community where we can all live our best adventure.